job done on the blocks. And as you went through the lineup, slightly built players.
Yes.
And they struggle with physical teams. And be sure, Oklahoma State's going to try to be physical with every one of them. They do not have the overall frames, if you will, for Big 12 play. They get pushed around in the games they've lost.
The opening tip brought to you by your neighborhood Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores. Brahms gives you more, and Iowa State wins the tip. They're wearing their road red uniforms with gold numbers. Iowa State across the chest, and the letters and numbers trimmed in black. Cyclones with the basketball. Taylor, top of the key right, their leading scorer, defended by Marcus Dove. Inside it goes to Ubalik. Tries to shoot a jump hook over Cooper, shoots it, misses it short. Ubalik gets his own rebound in the left corner. New shot clock, feeds a cutting Taylor. Left side, 5-footer off the glass and in.
You don't want to give that guy 2 shots at it, and that was Cooper not being able to secure a short shot. There was nobody there but the man who shot it, Ubalik, and he went to get it.
2-0 Iowa State. Iowa State last in the conference in scoring offense coming into this game, and not a great shooting team, but they'll crash the offensive glass. Here's Cooper, left baseline, 15-footer, missed strong. Tipped by Bogan is good.
Bogan was in great tip position right there, inside position, and he should have a good night underneath, Dave, because there's nobody who can move him out of that area.
Tie game at 2 with 18:55 left to play in the first half. Eton, Dove, Curry, Bogan, and Cooper, the starters, by the way, for Oklahoma State. On the floor right now as we've played just a minute. Iowa State with the ball. Clark, left wing, Johnson for 3. Rattled out. Rebound, Byron Eton of Oklahoma State. The Cowboy point guard speeds down the center of the floor on the dribble. Hesitates, foul line. Top of the key to Cooper. Right wing, Marcus Dove. Dove takes a couple of dribbles into the paint, flips it to Curry, top of the key for 3. A brick, rebounded by Clark of Iowa State underneath.
Not sure that even drew iron that time as it kind of careened off to the left side. Again, Byron Eton might want to pick up the pace a little bit in that transition. They're slow getting back. They got their heads turned. You can beat them down the floor.
McIntosh for Iowa State throws it to Ubalik. Right low post, left-hand jump hook, missed off the back of the rim. Mario Bogan rebounds for the Cowboys. Outlet to Curry, speeds down the right sideline into the front court on the dribble. Top of the key to Bogan. Bogan throws it to Eton, left wing. Iowa State in a man-to-man. To Curry, foul line. He drives a lane, tried to bounce it underneath. It's knocked away and taken by Taylor of Iowa State. 2-on-2. Taylor hesitates, drives a lane, floating 5-footer missed, but the rebound tipped in by Wesley Johnson, the freshman. It's 4-2 Cyclones.
Johnson, that's one of the things he will do. Again, he's not a real post-up guy per se, but he'll get down there and mix it up with you, and he'll follow those misses in.
Marcus Dove drives the right baseline against Clark, flips it out to Eton between the two circles. Eton coming off a 17-point game on Monday against Oklahoma. Finds Cooper baseline right, open 10-footer. Rattled out. Clark rebounds opposite baseline for the Cyclones.
Not a good possession right there. You're going to get that shot, even with the shot clock winding down. Cowboys, again, not taking advantage of driving the ball to the rim against a shorter, slighter team in Iowa State.
Iowa State with the basketball. Taylor, their leading scorer, dribbles over to the right wing. Top of the key to Johnson, the freshman. Inside to Ubalik, defended by Cooper. Backs him in, spins, shoots a jump hook from 5. Rattled out. Mario Bogan rebounds for Oklahoma State. Cowboys counterattack. Eton down the right sideline. Stops, finds Bogan top of the key. Dumps it inside to Cooper. Left low post. Spins baseline. Goes up. Layup good.
That's where the advantage is right there. With the more physical players that you could post up, throw that thing down there and make them defend somebody like Kenny Cooper.
And we are tied at 4 with 16:37 left in a half. Pass goes into the backcourt. It was tapped by the Cowboys, and Wesley Johnson recovers it, the long, lanky freshman for Iowa State. Throws it to Taylor, who drives the left side, takes it baseline, shoots for 3, missed it strong. Rebound, Wesley Johnson throws it to Clark. Layup, missed, but Clark tips his second shot up and in.
Boy, they're getting second and opportunities here, left and right, second and thirds, I should say, and that's got to stop before the night is over.
6-4 Iowa State. James on Curry finds Bogan, left baseline, defended by Johnson, the freshman. Backs him in, spins baseline, 5-footer, air ball strong, rebounded by Ubalik of Iowa State. 15:58 left to play in the first half, and this is exactly the kind of start that first-year Iowa State coach Greg McDermott wanted. His team up 6-4 on the road, and the pass knocked away out of bounds by Byron Eton, and Iowa State will have the basketball after this timeout.
All you got to do is look under one column right there, actually 2 stats, 7 rebounds, 6 second-chance points. All the buckets have come on follow shots and opportunities after misses. So the Cowboys have to get that thing tightened up.
Iowa State has one player who's played in Gallagher-Iba Arena before. That's Rashawn Clark, but these young Cyclones don't appear to be rattled. They hold a 6-4 lead over Oklahoma State with 15:51 left to play in the first half. Today's game brought to you by Hydrant Repair Parts Incorporated. We'll pause as Cowboy basketball from Host Communications continues in a moment.
In a national taste test, America preferred Pizza Hut pan pizza over Domino's and Papa John's almost 2-1. Why did some people not choose us? Let's see.
I was born without taste buds.
Right. Well, everyone else can now enjoy an even more amazing deal. Get any size pan pizza, any toppings for just $10. Want more great taste? Get America's favorite pizza. Pizza Hut.
Taste test of Pizza Hut, Papa John's, and Domino's Pepperoni and Supreme, the Works Deluxe Feast pizzas up to 5 toppings or specialty. Limited time offer. Prices, participation, delivery charges, and areas may vary.
This is Cowboy Head Wrestling Coach John Smith, and if you're ready to get in on some action, I've got just the game plan for you. Grab your family or friends, hop in the car, and come explore Oklahoma. I was born and raised in this great state, and never has there been so much to see and do. Our centennial celebration means you'll find festivals, parades, exhibits, and events throughout the state. Plan your trip today at travelok.com. Oklahoma, Native American. Come and check it out.
Did you know that Chevy sells more cars than Honda or Nissan that have an EPA estimated 30 miles per gallon highway or better? Based on R.L. Polk & Company's CYTD October 2006 passenger car total registrations in the U.S. And now every 2007 Chevy car and light-duty truck is backed by the GM 100,000-mile 5-year powertrain limited warranty. Whichever comes first. See dealer for details. Chevy, an American revolution. See your Oklahoma Chevy team dealer today.
Producing the Cowboy Radio Network broadcast.
We are back, and just in time to have the crowd recognize our honorary producer tonight, Nelson Durfee. Good to have Nelson with us tonight.
It sure is.
It's Kendall's brother, and Kendall was with us out there in Colorado. Good to have Nelson with us here. Maybe Nelson will be better luck for us here, as it's a tough start for Oklahoma State. Cowboys trailing at 6-4, being out-rebounded by 3, 7-4, and the second chance points have been the difference so far for Iowa State. All 6 points have come in the second chance variety. Cowboys got to get on the boards here and make that quick.
Iowa State with the basketball now. McIntosh on the right wing, defended by Eton man-to-man. 15 to shoot for the Cyclones as they work from right to left. Tried to throw it to Ubalik, right baseline. The ball knocked away out of bounds. It'll be Iowa State ball with 11 seconds to shoot.
You can see where second chance points really translate into more shots. They put up 10 shots, Cowboys 6. They're 3 of 10, Cowboys 2 of 6 in the first 4 minutes of this game.
Iowa State inbounds. Taylor catches it just beyond midcourt. 9 to shoot. The Iowa State guard finds Ubalik inside. Ball stripped away by Eton, taken by Bogan. Back to Eton it goes. Speeds down the floor, throws it underneath to Mons. Shot blocked underneath by Ubalik, and Iowa State rebounds as Rashawn Clark was Johnny on the spot. Good defense there in a recovery mode by Ubalik, the center.
He ran the floor well, didn't he? Because he was up here by us, but he got back in a hurry and really kept Mons from having a point-blank lay-in.
6-4 Iowa State. McIntosh has the ball poked away by Eton, taken by Mons. Mons finds Eton, drives a lane, stripped going up for the shot, and will have a whistle by referee Larry Rose, and a foul called on Iowa State. It'll be on Mike Taylor, his first foul. It's 6-4. Iowa State with a 2-point lead over Oklahoma State and 15:03 left to play in front of a near-capacity crowd here in Gallagher-Iba Arena.
Does this look familiar again? Byron Eton forcing the issue, just like he did against Oklahoma about 10 minutes into the game. And that's what the Cowboys need to do. That looked like a shooting foul, and now there's some discussion that it isn't. Is that correct?
I guess not.
Like Byron was going up for the shot, but apparently not, and the Cowboys will have the inbounds play. But again, Byron's got to be able to force the issue off the bounce, if nothing else, to free up that middle and get some of his teammates open looks inside.
Cowboys inbound. Dodie Dunson, a 6'2 freshman guard, checks in for Iowa State. 5 points, 2 rebounds per game for the Cyclones, and 2/3 of his shots on the year are threes. We'll keep an eye on him.
Best pure shooter for them.
Bogan, foul line jumper, clangs off the back of the rim, and a foul on the rebound. David Mons came over the back of Yuri Ubalik.
And he was pinned in, actually, sandwiched between 2 Cyclones, he being Mons. The Cowboys off to a slow start here. that's for sure, and allowing Iowa State, a young Iowa State team with no Gallagher-Iba Arena experience per se, to come in here and grow with a little bit of confidence.
Iowa State had an RPI of 152 coming into this game. No wins over the top 75. Their best win came at Missouri when they rallied from 16 down in the second half to beat the Tigers in Columbia. Cyclones with the ball now, though, in a 2-point lead. Taylor drives the left side, spins, top of the key, pass knocked away by Eaton, but Eaton will be called for a foul as he yanked it away from Wesley Johnson at the top of the circle.
Wow. Okay, David Hall had the best look at that one. He must have thought that Eaton hit the wrist of Taylor, but he was off to the races right there. Byron Eaton was, and the Cowboys almost had another turnover. They almost had two, but they under some severe pressure here in the last couple of possessions.
6-4, Iowa State with the ball and the lead. Taylor on the dribble, top of the key, right corner to Clark, drives the baseline, 10-footer, pinballed out, rebound, Ubalik, fakes, foul line, Johnson's open jumper is good.
Another
Wesley Johnson with 4 points.
Chance opportunity. Once again, they forced a miss. Good first shot defense, but the second and third opportunities have really been the key here for Iowa State.
Foul away from the ball on Iowa State's Yuri Ubalik. That's his first personal foul, the team's second. Ubalik has 4 rebounds. Rashawn Clark with 4 rebounds. And as Tom said, the Cyclones have a big advantage, 10-4 on the glass.
And that's a really unlike Iowa State, especially in conference play. They're only out rebounding their opponents by 1 coming into this game as far as the league is concerned.
You know what's interesting, though, in the games they've won, they've been a pretty good rebounding team, as you well know.
Yeah, Johnson is a guy especially.
And Mons called for a double dribble, and the Cowboys turn it over for the second time.
Once again, a wasted possession here. But again, you come in there again, Johnson in conference play was only averaging a cool 11 rebounds a game, a double-double. In conference play, Taylor had 4 from the guard spot. Ubalik had 9. So in conference play, Ubalik and Johnson accounting for 20 boards a game.
Iowa State with the ball and a 4-point lead, 8-4. They're working from right to left here in the first half as Taylor pulls the dribble out between the 2 circles. Defended by Marcus Dove. Left wing it goes to Johnson. Drives to the goal, and he's called for traveling.
Yeah, even in any league right there now, even in the AAU ranks where he played with Byron Eaton, that is a jump stop and a hop right there. And that's going to be a walk every time. For them, their 3rd turnover of the game.
2 Johnsons now on the floor for Iowa State as Corey Johnson, a 6'7" freshman, has entered the game for the Cyclones at forward. Oklahoma State with the ball. Iowa State with an 8-4 lead on the Cowboys. Here's Dove for 3, left wing. Missed badly. Rebound Iowa State. 13 minutes left to play in the first half, and the Cyclones with an 8-4 lead over Oklahoma State. Now, Cowboys off to a 2-for-9 shooting start.
And again, not taking high percentage shots. I mean, they have the advantage inside. When you're launching them from outside, you're playing into their hands.
Left corner, 3-pointer in flight. Good. A 3-pointer for Dodie Dunson of Iowa State. It's 11-4 in favor of the Cyclones.
They told you he's their best pure shooter, but he was spotted up, had his feet set, got a good pitch out, and got a chance to knock her down.
Ball knocked away from Bogan inside by Wesley Johnson. Cyclones have it. Dunson to the goal, missed the layup, but the rebound slammed in by Wesley Johnson. It's 13-4 Iowa State, and a timeout Oklahoma State with 12:22 left to play in the first half, and Iowa State on a 3-game losing streak coming into Gallagher-Iba Arena has jumped out to a quick 9-point advantage.
They're on a 2-4-7, 9-0 run, and there's no other way to put it. Iowa State's outplaying Oklahoma State in just about every phase of the ball game right now. And the Cowboys on offense are just absolutely playing into the hands of Iowa State. You've got an advantage inside. They're not very physical. And you've got guys who can patrol the post, and you're launching from outside. It's not a coincidence. The Cowboys' only buckets tonight have come inside. One on a follow and one on a layup by Cooper on a second opportunity. So this is not a good start for Oklahoma State, and they better get it together here soon because Iowa State thinks they can win this one right now. The Oklahoma Pork Council is proud to support Cowboy basketball and wants to remind you to visit okpork.org to find some big play pork recipes your family will love.
Today's game brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Oklahoma Propane and by Oklahoma Tourism. Cowboys have Harris, Bogan, Curry, Tyler Hatch now And Kenny Cooper on the floor with the ball. Down by 9 early, 13-4. Bogan, right low post, turns, faces, shoots a 5-footer. Pinballed out. Rebounded by Iowa State. Clark falling out of bounds. Managed to get it to a teammate, Jesson Gray. And the Cyclones will have the basketball up by 9.
And you see what they do. Boy, they gum up the middle. They had 3 guys in the middle to make sure the Cowboys couldn't get an open look inside.
Cyclones have it. Gray, right low post. Had it for a moment. Ball knocked away. Terrell Harris comes up with it. And I think we have a foul on Iowa State.
You do. A reach-in foul right there as everybody was in a scrum. We'll see who that was on.
Jesson Gray.
Yeah, Gray. Gray was the last man in and got called.
Jesson Gray picks up his first personal foul. Timeout on the floor with 11:47 left to play in the first half. Iowa State has a 13-4 lead over Oklahoma State. Today's game brought to you by Hydrant Repair Parts Incorporated. We'll pause. This is the Cowboy Basketball Network.
Did you know that Chevrolet, the best-rated cars and trucks, now come with a 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty? Hi, Teresa with Wilson Chevrolet, announcing Chevy's new 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty, complete with zero deductible, roadside assistance, and courtesy transportation on all new Chevy cars and trucks. The best cars and trucks now have the best warranty to boot. Come experience business the Wilson way. You'll be glad you did.
Wilson Chevrolet, Jeep, Stillwater.
Oxygen patients, heard about home fill? Cimarron Medical has the technology. Let us work with you and your physician to provide the appropriate oxygen system and respiratory care for your long-term needs. Invicare's Home Fill, the answer to self-fill and greater independence, is Medicare and insurance company reimbursable. Cimarron Medical Services is ready to explain the system and its benefits. Cimarron Medical Services, your local area provider for oxygen and other home medical equipment. Contact us at cimarronmedical.com or give us a call at 377-9735.
Kurt shutters have been used to beautify homes for more than 20 years. Many people will testify to the way our plantation shutters transform the look of their home. It's often stated there isn't a better window covering product for bringing the outdoors in or providing complete privacy when needed. If you'd like to see or discuss the advantages of Kurt shutters, call us at 800-416-6455. We'll send you a brochure or schedule an appointment to your home. That number again is 800-416-6455. Or visit us on the web at KIRTZ.com.
Not a good start for the Cowboys, to be sure. 11:47 to go here in the first half. Oklahoma State rolling along with an 81.8 average scoring-wise overall in the season. They've got four points, 2 buckets. That's it. Cowboys 2 of 10 from the floor. Iowa State 6 of 15. Oklahoma State trailing by 9 on the scoreboard, 13-4, thanks to this 9-0 run by Iowa State. And Oklahoma State not making much happen on the offensive end, settling for outside shots. And again, they're 0 for 0 showing. Not a free throw shot yet by either team.
I want to get back to that point in just a bit about the free throws in Iowa State this year in terms of their defense. Oklahoma State with the ball now. Terrell Harris dribbles up to the foul line, shoots a jumper and hits it. Terrell Harris with his first basket of the night. It's 13-6. Iowa State, and the Cyclone lead is down to 7.
And that was good recognition by Terrell once again as they're sinking back in, almost playing a 2-man zone on the backside. But they're sinking back to make sure Bogan doesn't have a big night. And Terrell had a wide open look at the head of the key.
Iowa State has it. Pass to Dunson, cutting, and he lays it up and in. Dunson made the catch, driving, or rather cutting down the right side of the lane, and got the easy layup. 15-6, Iowa State.
Their version of a back door right there. Get away from that pressure. And Dunson just that one. That's all he did. One bounce pass, and he was to the rim.
Terrell Harris on the right wing, defended man-to-man by Taylor, dribbles into the paint, left baseline to Bogan, fakes, drives, flips it back out to Harris, left wing, dribbles to the baseline, leaning 18-footer, spun out, tough shot, rebound tied up between Tyler Hatch and Rashawn Clark of Iowa State, and the possession arrow will favor Oklahoma State.
You see what they're doing defensively. It's a lot of running around, aggressive matchup out front, but they're kind of dropping the big men back in a 2-man zone almost underneath. They're protecting the rim, protecting each side of the lane, and not letting Bogan get any kind of post-up position, at least as of this point.
And they do not foul much typically. Harris drives the right side, and he is fouled. Larry Rose with the whistle. Our referee tonight, it's against Iowa State's Mike Taylor, I believe, and if it is, that'll be his second. That's a big deal because Taylor is their leading scorer and leading assist man. And he will pick up his second personal foul at the 10:34 mark.
And that'll be a big man to get on the bench, but so far they haven't really used much of his scoring. He's only had 3 shots put up. He's hit 1 of those. But Terrell Harris, since he's come in, has brought some energy off the bounce, and he gets the free throw to go. That's something that certainly was missing in the first 8 minutes of this game.
Harris, a leading free throw shooter in the Big 12 at 86%, made the first. It's now 15-7 Iowa State.
And arguably coming off his worst performance of the year in all facets of the game.
He struggled the last 2 games, but tonight, so far, so good as he makes a second. He leads the Cowboys at scoring with 4 points. 10:34 left to play in the first half. It's 15-8 Iowa State. Full court pressure by the Cowboys, and the Cowboys almost got a turnover. Instead, Terrell Harris gets a pushing foul in front of the Iowa State bench.
The Cowboys trying to trap and create something, change the pace of this game a little bit, and pick up a couple of buckets off the pressure.
Taylor stays in the game for the Cyclones despite his 2 fouls. Brings a dribble into the front court, bounce pass to Clark, right wing, just outside the 3-point line to Gray, who wears a face mask, top of the circle. Left wing, Taylor, ball gets away from Taylor, goes out of bounds. It was poked away by Terrell Harris. Iowa State will throw it in with 10:14 left to play in the first half. It's Iowa State 15, Oklahoma State 8.
Not a whole lot of stops. Again, first shot defense has been good, but Oklahoma State's had a hard time keeping that second and third opportunity from going up.
Taylor on the dribble. Left corner, Gray, 3-pointer, missed strong, rebound, Terrell Harris, left baseline. Harris speeds down the center of the floor, bounce pass intended for Bogan, knocked away. Mario recovers right baseline, spins to the goal, layup, no. Foul, I think, on the floor on Iowa State, and I think it's Jessen Gray who is whistled for the personal.
Got a couple of discussions here.
No, they changed it.
Yeah.
Larry Rose says it's a traveling violation against Mario Bogan. That's the 4th Cowboy turnover.
Well, they're claiming, and perhaps in Larry Rose's mind, he started that spin move a long, long way from the basket, and the ball never hit the floor quick enough, and the Cowboys turned that ball over for the 3rd time tonight. And really not looking very crisp in any facet of the game. Somebody needs to come in here and give the Cowboys a spark offensively.
Iowa State with a basketball. McIntosh back in the game, has it left wing. Taylor has gone to the bench with his 2 fouls. Back out between the 2 circles to Dodie Dunson, the freshman. Hands it back to McIntosh, defended by Eaton. Dribbles over to the right wing, hesitates as he continues to dribble. Top of the key to Gray. Between the 2 circles to Dunson. Dribbles into the lane, 10-foot jumper, a brick. Rebounded by Mario Bogan of Oklahoma State. Outlet pass to Curry. Bounce pass down the floor to Harris. Layup, no. Foul called. Terrell Harris will be at the line to shoot 2.
And there again, we talked about them not being a good transition defense team, but James Curry did what he needed to do. He started that ball up the court in a hurry, and running just as well was Terrell Harris on the right side. And Terrell has brought a lot of energy into the game here in the last 3 minutes, and is trying to go now for his 5th point of the night.
And Harris makes the first free throw, and the foul on Ubalik of Iowa State is significant because it's his 2nd. So the Iowa State center has 2 fouls. Their starting guard, Mike Taylor, their leading scorer, has 2. And foul trouble is unusual for Iowa State because they are 21st nationally in terms of the least fouls committed per game. Just 15 fouls per game committed by Iowa State entering this contest. As Harris makes a 2nd, he has 6 points, and the Iowa State lead is now 15-10.
You may see them in some type of a zone on the next trip down when they're defensive because, again, they've got to protect their starters. Their supporting cast is not near as good as those 3 other guys you're talking about.
No question. Iowa State with the basketball. Ross Marsden in at center. Has it between the 2 circles. Right wing it goes to McIntosh. Drives to the goal. Layup good.
And that was Eaton gambling on the steal. Missed it. McIntosh was wide open. Not a good rotation to cut him off at the rim.
17-10. Iowa State by 7. 8:50 left to play in the first half. Curry top of the key. Dribbles down the lane. 10-footer falling away. Missed. Rebound Rashawn Clark of Iowa State. Cyclones have a 14-7 advantage on the boards. And the 42-year-old head coach of the Cyclones, Greg McDermott, bringing a team into Gallagher-Iba Arena for the first time, has to be very pleased with the way his team has played the first 11.5 minutes.
I'd say so. A pair of 9-point leads, and when you got 2 of your starters with 2 fouls apiece.
Wesley Johnson for Iowa State misses a 3 short. Marsden, the center, with the rebound for the Cyclones. Out to McIntosh. Dribbles down the right side of the lane. Shot blocked as he tried to force it up, and it's a tie ball. Possession arrow will favor Iowa State.
Well, they're just quicker to the ball tonight, at least at this point. And they're getting after it on the boards. The Cowboys are doubled up and then some on the boards tonight. 15-7 right now for a team that struggled to do that all year long. They only have a 4-rebound edge on the year.
Iowa State inbounds. Marsden to Wesley Johnson, the freshman. Top of the key to Taylor, who's returned to the game. Fell down, but maintained the dribble. Now he backs away with a right-hand dribble near midcourt. That was not a walk. He kept the dribble while he fell on the ground. Taylor hesitates, now drives the lane, goes to the goal, collides with a Cowboy defender, and an offensive foul is called as Kenny Cooper stood in the way and drew the charge. And for Taylor, that'll be his third personal foul with 8 minutes and 1 second left to play in the first half.
He would have been better off if they called the offense right off the bat. He carried the ball, getting himself into position for the drive. So Taylor with 3 fouls, and he's only just 1 of 3 on the night.
Cowboys with the ball. James on Curry, splits defenders on the drive, goes down the lane, lost it, got it back, and now a timeout taken by Curry. He managed to get the timeout before the ball was tied up.
James on Curry has been no factor tonight. No points, just 2 shots, 0 for 1 from beyond the arc, and once again, you got Mario Bogan 1 of 4. So, quote-unquote, your 2 big scorers have 2 points between them in the first 12.5 minutes of this game.
Cowboy basketball is brought to you in part by the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department. Come join the Centennial Celebration in Oklahoma Native America.
Freddie Paul Steakhouse is a proud sponsor of the OSU Cowboy Sports Network. Come to Freddie Paul Steakhouse in Stillwater 7 days a week for all your dining needs. Freddie Paul's the place for steaks. And boy, the numbers are ugly. As ugly as they are on the scoreboard right now. Cowboys have trailed by 9 twice. They trailed by 7 right now, 17-10. Cowboys 3 of 13 from the floor. That's 23%. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. They've yet to hit a free throw, being out-rebounded 15-7. Meanwhile, Iowa State 8 of 20 from the floor.
Harris inbounds it. Ball knocked away from Eton, but Byron manages to recover it in the backcourt, and the Cowboys avoid a turnover. Just 13 to shoot as Eton slowly brings the ball into the front court. Stops top of the key, shoots for 3. Missed it short off the rim. Rebounded by Iowa State. Dunson pulled it down in the right corner.
And they're switching on plays as well. I tell you, they have really kept the Cowboys off balance and out of rhythm with their different looks defensively.
Iowa State with the ball. Marsden throws it right wing. Bounce pass, right low post. Wesley Johnson, turnaround 5-footer, missed short. Rebound tipped around. Byron Eton picks it up on the baseline for Oklahoma State, left side. Byron into the front court on the dribble to Harris. Top of the key, James on Curry. Defended man-to-man by Dunson. James on has not scored yet tonight. Top of the key, Mons. Right corner, Harris. 3-point jumper. Got it.
Well, that's where you need to be right there. If they're going to go ahead and sink and they're going to be moving around man-to-man and giving you a little bit of room, then find the hot hand. And Harris was wide open on the right side and knocked it down.
17-13. Iowa State's 9-point lead is down to 4. Marsden, the center, throws it top of the key right. Wesley Johnson for 3. A brick. Rebound in the far corner. Goes off James on Curry and Kenny Cooper, both trying to get it. They lost it out of bounds. It'll be Iowa State ball after this timeout.
Fortunately, Terrell Harris checked into the ball game. He has the Cowboys' last 2, 4, 6, 9 points. All for Terrell Harris, and he's brought the Cowboys back to within 4.
6:33 left to play in the first half. It's Iowa State 17, Oklahoma State 13. We'll pause as Cowboy basketball from Host Communications continues in a moment.
It's time to get a great start to the new year, and there's no better place to do it than at your Oklahoma Ford dealer. We feature some of the most exciting new vehicles on the road today. We're proud to introduce the all-new Ford Edge crossover. Bold new styling, best-in-class horsepower, an MP3 input jack, and an available class-exclusive Vista roof that offers spectacular panoramic views. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today and test drive the new 2007 Expedition and Expedition EL Extended Length. Both feature an exclusive power-fold third-row seat that folds flat into the floor at the touch of a button. And the Expedition EL offers twice as much cargo space beyond the third row. Buying a new Ford is exciting, and your Oklahoma Ford dealer can help make it easy and affordable. We feature attractive low financing and cash rebate offers on many of our best-selling vehicles. So visit your Oklahoma Ford dealer today, and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Oklahoma.
Ford. Bold moves.
There have been recent advancements in joint replacement technology. Implants available to orthopedic surgeons today are different than those of a decade ago. The intent is to continually improve this process with better designs, advanced surgical techniques, and materials like ceramics and plastics for hips, and new high-flex designs and plastics for knees. Whether you're 45 or 85, relieving pain and giving peace of mind is our goal for each patient. To learn more about joint replacement surgery or to find a doctor near you, go to aboutstryker.com/OK.
Well, Terrell Harris off the bench has himself 9 points, and he's got the last 9 points for the Cowboys, trying to lead Oklahoma State back. It's 17-13. Iowa State leading. The lead has been cut to 4. 6:33 to go before intermission. The Cowboys, thanks to that 9-0 run that Iowa State put on them early in the game, has trailed by as many as 9 on 2 occasions. So maybe Terrell Harris's offense has got the Cowboys a little bit off the bump. But you look at the big scorers, James on Curry, 0 for 2. Mario Bogan, 1 for 4. I can figure that out. That's 1 for 6 between them in just 2 points. And they've got to have to find a way to get this going. Again, we were talking defensively. They're really active out front. They switch. They make it difficult for you to get any kind of an angle to the rim, and they're kind of really walling up and gumming up inside where the Cowboys can't get any easy buckets off the post.
Iowa State inbounds. 17-13 Cyclones with the advantage. Dunson throws it to McIntosh between the 2 circles. Taylor, their leading scorer, and their starting guard is on the bench with 3 fouls, but they have a 4-point lead despite his foul problems. Here's McIntosh trying to drive the right side, cut off by Eton. Now dribbles back out between the 2 circles. 16 to shoot. Picks up his dribble. Ball poked away into the backcourt by Eton. Recovered by McIntosh. 11 to shoot. McIntosh gets a hard screen, drives the right side, throws it underneath to Johnson. He missed the dunk. He was too far away, and the ball got stuck on the front of the rim. Cowboys on the run. Eton drives the lane, stops, leans in, tried to throw it underneath, and he threw it right to Yuri Ubalik of Iowa State, the 5th Cowboy turnover.
And that was Eton of old right there, dribbling into traffic, no place to go. And man, he had all kinds of, again, not a whole lot of help. Back it out, set it up again, but try to force something.
And Harris knocks the pass away from Clark on the left wing, out of bounds to Iowa State. 5:41 left to play in the half, and Iowa State with a 17-13 lead over Oklahoma State.
It may just be visual, but it appears that Terrell Harris is the only guy with any pep in the step tonight. Everybody else looks like they're running in quicksand.
Marcus Dove has returned for the Cowboys. Eton goes to the bench, so James on Curry will run the point now for Oklahoma State.
Maybe that'll get James on a little bit more involved in the play here.
McIntosh trying to drive, stops top of the key, kicks it back out between the 2 circles to Dunson, the freshman. To Wesley Johnson, another freshman, way outside left wing as they spread the court offensively. Baseline right, Marston, 15-footer, missed strong. Terrell Harris rebounds for Oklahoma State. Outlet pass to Curry, takes it down the right sideline on the dribble, stops, needs help, finds Harris between the 2 circles. Left wing Dove, left corner David Mons. Had a double-double against Oklahoma on Monday. Top of the key to Curry, right wing Harris. Baseline right, Marcus Dove, back out to Harris, top of the key right to Curry with 16 to shoot. Cowboys down 4. Mons catches left low post, turns, faces, takes 1 dribble, 10 to shoot, feeds a cutting Curry, layup, no. Rebound knocked around, taken by Iowa State.
I'll tell you, they're just forcing the big men, Curry, Bogan, and Mons, to kick the ball back out, but you're going to have to be quick doing it. The longer you hold it, the less chance you have of your man relocating and getting an open shot.
Iowa State with the ball. Marsden, right side McIntosh. They reverse it to the left wing to Wesley Johnson, the lanky freshman. Defended by Mario Bogan, hands it off to McIntosh, drives the left side, 10-footer, blocked by Harris. Terrell whistled for the foul. That'll be his second.
And that's not a good sign, because Terrell Harris off the bench with 9 points and 3 boards, leading the Cowboys in just about every category. He's hit all 4 free throws. So this is not something we need to see. He needs to stay out of foul trouble as long as he can, because he's been the only productive guy thus far. Look at those rebounds, 18-10, and Iowa State, as far as second chance points are concerned, 10 of their 17 have come in the second chance variety.
McIntosh is a 77% foul shooter, and he rattles the first one in. That's the first free throw attempt for Iowa State tonight, and McIntosh converts it. 18-13 Cyclones.
It always depends on who it is at the free throw line, but overall as a team, they're not a very good free throw shooting team, and some of their key components don't hit very well.
And McIntosh missed the second. David Mons rebounds for the Cowboys. 18-13 Iowa State. A big underdog here in Stillwater tonight. The visitors with a 5-point advantage here over the top 20 ranked Cowboys. David Mons top of the key. Foul line left. Harris. Jump shot. Good.
And again, Harris coming off that left side. They're going to give you a little space right there. And Terrell Harris is making him pay for defensive space. There's not a whole lot of getting up on Terrell Harris. And he's got the Cowboys' last 11 points.
He has 11 points for the game. McIntosh drive. Shot blocked by Dove. Rebound to Oklahoma State. Outlet to Curry. Pulls up foul line. Jumper good.
There's transition basket right there. The knockaway on one end and a quick transition bucket on the other. And the Cowboys are now back within one after trailing by as many as 9 just 5 minutes ago.
3:44 left to play. 18-17. Iowa State by 1. For food, fashion, and fun, visit Eskimo Joe's at Stillwater's Three Amigos. Eskimo Joe's, Mexico Joe's, and Giuseppe's Italian Kitchen. And check out the new Coaches vs. Cancer t-shirt, the new Sheriff in Town, featuring head coach Sean Sutton.
Well, there is a break in the action. And speaking of breaks, see your local O'Reilly Auto Parts dealer for all your automotive parts needs. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts at better prices every day. 3:44 to go here before intermission. And thank goodness Terrell Harris showed up tonight. He's been the guy who's kept the Cowboys afloat offensively. They're back to within one. 18-17. Iowa State leads. 3:44 to go. And Terrell Harris at one point ripped off 11 straight points.
Cowboys pick up Iowa State in full court pressure. Dove almost got a steal. Knocked the pass away, but right to Rashawn Clark of Iowa State. Throws it into the front court on the right sideline to Wesley Johnson. Back out to McIntosh it goes. Iowa State will spread the floor offensively with an 18-17 one-point lead. 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. Wesley Johnson, the freshman, gets a handoff. Defended by Bogan. Crosses over, drives a lane, jump stop. Left corner to Clark for 3. It's good.
And that was just enough of a penetration by Wesley Johnson. Marcus Dove didn't close out quick enough. And that was a big play right there against the defense.
And an errant pass by Curry, knocked away by Jessen Gray and taken by Dodie Dunson of Iowa State. The 7th Cowboy turnover here in the first half.
Cowboys again going to face that spread right here as Greg McDermott senses the pressure being turned up on his Cyclones. He's going to make the Cowboys have to defend in space.
21-17 Iowa State. Cyclones with the ball. Wesley Johnson between the two circles. 13 to shoot. Defended by Bogan. 2:41 left in a half as Wesley Johnson drives a lane. Jump stop. 5-footer left side missed. Rebound knocked around and a foul on Iowa State.
Over the back is Gray. Looked like David Mons had good rebound position initially.
Jessen Gray whistled for his second personal. That brings us to an official timeout. Iowa State has not won in Stillwater since 1988, but with 2:37 left to play in the first half, the Cyclones have a 21-17 lead over number 13 and number 16 Oklahoma State. We have a break in the action. We'll pause on the Cowboy Radio Network.
The clothing care professionals, Northside Cleaners.
Hi, this is Leisha from Northside Laundry and Cleaners. Jeff and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our customers for a great 2006. We look forward to providing you with quality and professional service in 2007 for all of your dry cleaning and laundry needs. If we haven't had the pleasure of serving you, we look forward to it in this new year.
The clothing care professionals, Northside Cleaners. Serving a new generation with a tradition of innovation.
Stillwater National Bank and Oklahoma State have grown up together. In 1894, when Oklahoma State was moving its first students into Old Central, SNB opened its doors for business. Over 112 years later, SNB continues to support our community, OSU, and the spirit of doing business with confidence. Go Cowboys! Stillwater National Bank, when quality matters. Member FDIC.
SNB.
Western Mechanical, your locally owned Lennox dealer, is the answer to all your commercial and residential plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. They also specialize in new construction, installation, and service on all brands. So, if you're looking to cool down or heat things up, then you need to turn to the pros at Western Mechanical, located at 1521 East 6th Street, or give them a call at 372-8191.
Cowboys have been on a 13-5 run over the last 8 or 9 minutes, and they've come back from a 9-point deficit. Had it actually cut to 1 But a three-pointer restored this 4-point lead for Iowa State. 21-17, Iowa State leading, 2:37 to go here in the first half. And you talk about a stop and start first half for the Cowboys on both ends of the floor. They get things better together, I guess, on the boards. It's only 18-13 now as far as Cyclones are concerned. They had as much as double-digit leads much of this half on the boards, but Oklahoma State just not getting to the free throw line. 4 free throws, that's it. And Iowa State has game planned well. They're going to force Oklahoma State to beat it from the outside. They're really gumming up the paint and making it difficult for the Cowboys to get to the rim.
David Mons at the free throw line for 1-1. Mons on the year is a 62% foul shooter, 21-17 Iowa State. And he misses the free throw on the line drive rebound, yanked down by the freshman Wesley Johnson of Iowa State.
We talk about getting to the free throw line. Once you get there, you better do something with it. And that was an opportunity to cut this to 2 points. But right now, they're going to have to go back to defense.
Iowa State spreads the floor offensively. Cyclones have it with 2:20 left to play in the half. Dunson drives it down the lane. Ball poked away from behind. Whistle by referee Larry Rose. That'll be team foul number 5. And the personal foul is on Byron Eaton, his second. So he and Terrell Harris with 2 fouls each. Iowa State will inbound left baseline underneath. It's interesting. The Cyclones have been a second-half team in their 5 Big 12 conference games. Tonight, they have a 4-point lead in the first half as a big underdog here in Stillwater against nationally ranked Oklahoma State.
And with their top scorer, Taylor, pretty much sidelined the entire first half. He's got himself 3 points, 3 fouls, and that's it. So they've been getting this done with some supporting cast players.
No doubt about that. Dunson with 13 to shoot, dribbling way out on the perimeter. 11 to shoot as he gets a handoff back, splits defenders on the drive. 5-footer in the lane, missed. Tipped by Wesley Johnson, no. Rebound knocked around. Iowa State gets it back with 1:45 to go. Another offensive rebound for the Cyclones.
And that has been the real Achilles heel here in the first half. McIntosh, only 106. There's a 5-second call right there that Sean Sutton had been calling for. But McIntosh, very slight. If he's 160, then I'm 100 right there because he looks at soaking wet. It would be difficult to get there, but he's pretty quick for his size, and he can get to the rim in that spread offense.
Well, this is certainly the reduced fat basketball team at Iowa State, a very lean, lanky team, but they've held up well here in the first 18.5 minutes at Stillwater. Oklahoma State with the ball. Eaton tried to drive the left baseline. Left wing Harris for 3. Missed it strong. Rebound tipped by Bogan. Goes out of bounds to the Iowa State bench, and the Cyclones will have it with 1:20 left to play in the first half. And Iowa State with a 21-17 lead over Oklahoma State. Cowboys came into the game averaging 82 points per game and shooting almost 50% from the field. They've shot just 32% and scored 17 points here in the first half.
And they look very uncomfortable against that sagging. There's a carry right there. Yet another turnover. And that's helping to offset things a little bit. But they look very uncomfortable against that sagging defense for Iowa State. And I mean, they're gumming up the middle. Pretty much have a couple of guys sitting there right under the rim to make sure that Bogan doesn't have a big night underneath.
Well, Greg McDermott knows something about playing inside. He's one of the tallest coaches you'll see, 6'8". Played forward at Northern Iowa. Bogan drives a lane, 5-foot floater missed. Rebound tipped around. It's loose on the floor, and Iowa State comes up with it with 53 seconds left in the half.
Wow. And the Cowboys, the way they've been playing, Dave, fortunate only be down by 4 right now.
McIntosh with the offense spread out, dribbling it between the 2 circles. Now dribbling just beyond the midcourt stripe in the center of the floor. 38 seconds left, 15 to shoot. Picks it up, top of the key pass, taken by Wesley Johnson. 2 dribbles, 18-footer, good.
And Dove went for the steal, missed it. That allowed Johnson to retrieve the ball and spot up. Nobody in his way. And Johnson knocked it down. So the lead is 6, and the Cowboys will have the final shot.
23-17, Iowa State by 6. Oklahoma State with the ball. Chance to play for the last shot. The shot clock again is off. Eaton just a yo-yo dribble way outside on the right sideline. 9 seconds left. Gets a screen from Bogan to his left. Dribbles up to the top of the key. 6 seconds left. 5 seconds. Eaton drives the left side. Leans in. Tried to throw it to Dove, and the ball knocked away out of bounds underneath by Iowa State. The Cowboys will inbound with 0.4 seconds left in the first half.
This is just a touch it and shoot it. You can't do much with 0.4. You throw the ball up there, you hope to just get it, and as soon as you touch it, there it goes. And Hubelek back in now for the Cyclones.
Cowboys actually inbounding on the sideline. Dove Alley-oop pass intercepted by Wesley Johnson. And the first half comes to a close with Iowa State on top 23-17, partner.
Boy, that was by far the worst half of basketball the Cowboys have played in a long, long time. And again, the other team you have to credit. They make you look good or bad depending on what they're doing. But Iowa State kind of set the tone early on with second chance points. And the rebound total is 23-14 in favor of Iowa State. And early on, it was worse than that. They were getting second and third opportunities. And then that defense has been hard for the Cowboys to react to. Again, they're a little shy about taking the ball inside because of all that height and girth inside. And they're settling for outside shots. They've taken 5 3-pointers. 5 of the 21 have gone up from beyond the arc, and they've hit 4 of those. So the Cowboys have got to get some things adjusted here at halftime. Fortunate they're only down by 6.
Today's game brought to you by Hydrant Repair Parts Incorporated. At the half, it's Iowa State 23, number 13, and number 16, Oklahoma State 17. Coming up, the Dodge Halftime Report as Cowboy basketball from Host Communications continues in a moment.
Did you know that Chevy sells more cars than Honda or Nissan that have an EPA estimated 30 miles per gallon highway or better? Based on R.L. Polk & Company's CYTD October 2006 passenger car total registrations in the U.S. And now, every 2007 Chevy car and light-duty truck is backed by the GM 100,000-mile 5-year powertrain limited warranty, whichever comes first. See dealer for details. Chevy, an American revolution. See your Oklahoma Chevy team dealer today.
According to the folks at the USDA, a 3-ounce serving of lean beef has only 1 more gram of saturated fat than the same size skinless chicken breast. And lean beef has 6 times more zinc, 3 times more iron, and 8 times more vitamin B12. Like you really need a reason. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Learn more at beefitswhatsfordinner.com.
Brought to you by the Oklahoma Beef Council at www.oklabeef.org.
WSF News now takes you to Dan the Man Trooper, who's out walking the streets.
Thanks, guys. I'm out here asking everyone who walks by about car insurance and what company they go to for great service and low rates. Well, the overwhelming response has been State Farm. That's because State Farm gives more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. So if you want great service at a great price, get State Farm. Reporting for WSF, I'm Dan the Man Trooper. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Find a State Farm agent in the AT&T Yellow Pages.
Are you looking for lower prices on your auto parts? Well, come to O'Reilly. You'll find lower prices on top quality brand name parts every day. Our products are manufactured by the very best in the business. Wix, Monroe, Wagner, Borg-Warner, Motorcraft, Fram, Gates, Champion, Bosch, Castrol, Pennzoil, Valvoline, and the list goes on and on. Over 100,000 parts and counting. Save more at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's time for college hoops, and FSN Southwest is your home for Big 12 men's and women's basketball. Check local listings and tune in as your favorite Big 12 teams battle it out on the hardwood. No one covers Big 12 basketball like FSN Southwest. And don't forget to tune in to Big 12 Showcase Friday evenings and Saturday mornings for highlights from all Big 12 sports and exclusive reports from the campus of your favorite schools. FSN Southwest, where Big 12 basketball fans come first.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Basketball Court Sweat Wiper-Upper. You'll do anything for courtside seats, even if it means mopping another man's sweat off the floor.
Smelly man sweat.
While they soak up the glory, you soak up pretty much everything else.
Oh!
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh Prince of Perspiration.
Mr. Basketball Court Sweat.
Bud Light beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Well, a near-capacity crowd here at Gallagher-Iba Arena has just witnessed the worst first half of the year for Oklahoma State in all phases. Cowboys were just 17 points, 6 of 21 from the field, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Were out-rebounded 23-14. And they trail here at halftime 23-17 to Iowa State. The Cyclones trying to break a 3-game losing streak. And here's how it went. Cowboys, the closest they were 2-2 and 4-4. And after that, Iowa State went on a second and third opportunity 9-0 run to open up their first 9-point lead at 13-4. It was 15-6 when Dunston came off the bench, had 9. The only bright spot for the Cowboys, it made it a 9-point game, was Terrell Harris. At one point, he came off the bench. He had 11 straight points, got the Cowboys back to within 1 thanks to that 11-0 run They actually got back to within 18-17 with 3:44 to go. But the Cyclones scored the last 5 points of the half, and that's where we are right now. Lots of things to get adjusted here at halftime. We come back, we'll tell you what they are.
Fair enough. Oklahoma State's 15-game home court winning streak is in trouble. Iowa State leads here in Stillwater 23-17 at the half.
Oxygen patients, heard about home fill? Cimarron Medical has the technology. Let us work with you and your physician to provide the appropriate oxygen system and respiratory care for your long-term needs. Invicare's Home Fill, the answer to self-fill and greater independence, is Medicare and insurance company reimbursable. Cimarron Medical Services is ready to explain the system and its benefits. Cimarron Medical Services, your local area provider for oxygen and other home medical equipment. Contact us at cimarronmedical.com or give us a call at 377-9735.
Right now at Applebee's, your favorites are coming together. Appetizer, entree, and dessert. It's Applebee's original 3-course combos. Sink into succulent shrimp and Parmesan sirloin, a creamy spinach dip, and a dreamy dessert. 3 courses, 3 combos. Applebee's 3-course combos, starting at $9.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hi, this is Chad McKee inviting you to join me and former Oklahoma State Cowboy guard and college basketball analyst Brendan Manzer for our new show. It's called Hang Time. We'll be with you each and every Thursday night from 6 to 7. We'll take a look at the latest on the Oklahoma State Cowboys, survey the Big 12 picture, and bring you a special guest from around the country as well. Hang with us on Hang Time each Thursday night during the college basketball season from 6 to 7 on your great sports connection.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rex Holt, Stillwater Radio Sports Director, and I would like to invite you to check out The Game. The Game I'm talking about is our daily sports call-in show on AM 780 KSPI. Each day, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to noon, we talk sports with fans and special guests. Of course, we talk a lot about the OSU Cowboys and Cowgirls, as well as Stillwater and area high school sports, but we'll discuss about everything and anything and have. So listen in, call in, and let's try to have a good time on The Game. 10 a.m. to noon weekdays on Sports Talk 780 KSPI.
Welcome back to Stillwater. We're at halftime. Iowa State with a 23-17 lead over Oklahoma State. Today's game is brought to you by Hydrant Repair Parts Incorporated and the president of Hydrant Repair Parts, Debbie Golden, joins us now. Now, can you help out the offense in the second half? I mean, Cowboys only shot 28%. Can you repair that?
I can't repair that. I hope that back home we have a little bit better than 28% average, but I certainly give our average to the Cowboys tonight if I could.
Well, tell us about your involvement. Why Hydrant Repair Parts is involved with Oklahoma State Athletics and in particular sponsoring this game tonight.
Hydrant Repair Parts, actually the owner, the founder of the company is my father. He attended Oklahoma State University. My mother's parents were dorm parents at Bennett Hall. I am also an alum of Oklahoma State University, as are 2 of my 3 sisters. And my daughter, who's in the stands up here someplace, will tell you she graduates from here as well. She's only 14 at this point, but she too will be an alum. So,
tell us about your business.
We have a business that makes extensions and traffic repair kits for fire hydrants. It's an aftermarket product, similar to what Napa is to Ford and GM. The traffic repair kits are actually frangible or breakable parts that are supposed to break when the hydrant gets hit. It's sacrificial parts. Rather than, ruin maybe $800 worth of brass from the bottom of the hydrant, you ruin $80 worth of iron. So we make those parts. Additionally, if you see a hydrant that's too far below the ground, we make the parts that raise it up to ground so that the firefighters can easily get to the nozzles to get them off in case of need.
It's a nice association, though. I mean, obviously you have roots here, but to be able to do this and have a night like this where you're the sponsor and very directly involved in such a magnificent event as college basketball at Oklahoma State, it's got to be great for you and your business, your employees.
I absolutely love this. Last year, we were able to bring in our sales reps from across the country. This year, we have a few of our reps, a lot of our employees, and a few customers with us tonight. So we're thrilled to be able to bring them to this venue.
Well, and thank you very much for your support, Debbie. Thanks for the visit and the time and your support of the Cowboys.
Absolutely.
That's Debbie Golden, the president of Hydrant Repair Parts Incorporated, tonight's game sponsor. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Cowboy Radio Network.
5 decades of commitment to OSU sports. Your flagship station for OSU sports since 1947. KSPI, Stillwater.
Moment.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Fantasy Football Manager Guy. Every year you assemble your closest friends to prepare for another season in the knockdown, drag-out world of make-believe football.
4th and inches.
Imaginary catches, imaginary touchdowns. Next up, an imaginary score with an imaginary woman.
Good imagination.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh Swami of the sidelines. Bud Light beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Danelle Nicotri, have you heard about the new AT&T Unity plan? If you're feeling a little constrained by your calling plan, with the AT&T Unity plan, wireless, business, and home phones all work together. Singular has joined the new AT&T to create the largest free calling community on the planet. Introducing the AT&T Unity plan. Subscribe to AT&T Unity and call 100 million AT&T business, home, and Singular wireless customers for free. No more counting minutes, no more waiting for nights and weekends. Okay, now that's Danelle's world. For everybody who's not Danelle, if we can deliver all this to her world, we can deliver the same to you. The new AT&T is the most complete provider for the way you live, with TV, broadband, home phone, and wireless. Call 1-877-TRY-UNITY or stop by your nearest Singular wireless store. Oh, and Danelle, say hello to your 100 million new friends for us. The new AT&T, your world delivered.
Unlimited calling between qualifying AT&T home and business customers and Singular wireless customers. Requires qualifying AT&T wireline services and a combined bill. Domestic direct dial calling only.
Okay, we're back with
What were you thinking?
Brought to you by Arby's Pick 5 for $5.95 everyday value.
Welcome, Jack. So, what were you thinking when you scored that touchdown?
Oh, I can still hear the crowd waving and chanting, "Go, Jack! Go, Jack!"
Right. And then, of course, you realized you were running in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So they were actually yelling,
"Go back, go back." You know, it's
right,
the wrong way.
Sure, yeah. And the waving?
Those would be fists.
Chances are Jack's blunder was the result of Arby's Pick 5 for $5.95 deal. After all, it's hard to focus when you can choose any combination of 5 items from a menu of 8 favorites, like the classic Arby's Melt soft drink, shake, curly fries, mozzarella sticks, or a turnover for just $5.95 every day.
So let me ask you something. You still playing football?
No, but I am playing a close cousin to the sport.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ping pong.
Arby's incredible Pick 5 for $5.95. A great deal every day that'll have you saying, "I'm thinking Arby's." At
At the half, it's Iowa State 23, Oklahoma State 17. A season low in points scored in a half for the Cowboys this year. The second half's on the way next on the Cowboy Radio Network.
Hi, this is Terry from Pleasant Pools and Spas. It's spa season, so why not consider the affordably priced Dreammaker Spa? Its plug-and-play technology means you'll be enjoying it in no time. The Eclipse is priced at $26.95 while the Odyssey is $31.95. Or perhaps the new Shoreline Spa, which comes in various sizes from 3 to 8 persons. They're affordably priced from $38.95 to $55.95. Make your spa dreams come true. Visit Pleasant Pools in Stillwater or one of our 4 metro locations. Call 405-624-8833 for the Pleasant Pools near you.
Whether you come early for that first cup of coffee or late for that bag of chips you can't stop thinking about, the folks at Am Pride are always happy to see you. You want a convenience store you can depend on, where the staff knows their business, like Am Pride Travel Plaza in Perkins. Whatever your refreshment needs, cola to chips, pizza to Pop-Tarts, the folks at Am Pride work hard to earn your business. So when you're on the go, look for the big red building on the corner of Highway 177 and Perkins Road. Am Pride Travel Plaza, proud supporter of OSU Athletics. Picture lunch or dinner at El Vaquero. A plate of sizzling shrimp or strips of beef and chicken, loaded with grilled onions, tomatoes, and bell peppers, surrounded with authentic Mexican rice, refried beans, crisp lettuce, fresh guacamole, and pico de gallo, and topped off with sour cream. Wash it all down with an ice-cold 22-ounce macho mug of beer. You can experience this great meal every day at El Vaquero, Stillwater's authentic Mexican restaurant, located at 5020 West 6th on Highway 51, or call 377-8476 for reservations.
Born the youngest of 15, Spoiled Yappy Dog made overcoming adversity her first order of business. From day one, she's had an agenda to get things done, protecting our youth and fighting the good fights. Spoiled Yappy Dog has never chased after special interests, only the occasional mail truck. Elect Spoiled Yappy Dog to the House of Representatives. This message paid for by Citizens for Spoiled Yappy Dog.
If you're not voting, then who are you electing? To learn more, visit payattention.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
23-17, Iowa State leads Oklahoma State as we get ready for the second half. And the second half game plan brought to you by Oklahoma Propane. Here's Tom and assistant coach James Dickey.
Well, thank you. Now with assistant coach James Dickey, and boy, first half frustrating to say the least. Fortunate we're this close at halftime. What adjustments are we going to make?
Well, number one, we've got to have more movement offensively. They're sagging in on the post no matter who's down low, so that means somebody's going to be open. Our spacing's got to be a little bit better. We've got to share the ball. Not only do we have to throw it inside, but we've got to move it around the perimeter. When we moved around the perimeter, Terrell got a 3 on one side. We went high-low, got it inside to Kenny. So we're going to have to do a better job of sharing the basketball. We only had 4 assists the first half. Of course, we didn't shoot a very good percentage either, Tom.
And one of the things, or two of the things that was certainly part and parcel of this scouting report is to beat them down the floor. They don't run well in transition, and also get on the boards. I mean, half their shots have come on second and third opportunity.
Both excellent points. Number one, you can get your big guys to run, but you got to reward them when they get in there. You got to throw the ball inside. So we have got to throw the basketball inside. And then you mentioned rebounding. You know, we're getting out rebounded 23-14. We've given up 10 offensive rebounds. We cannot do that because Iowa State wants a possession game. We want to get up and play a little bit more up tempo. We average a lot of points. We certainly weren't efficient offensively. It'll come from energy in the first 5 minutes, start the second half.
All right, James, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you very much, James and Tom. Start of the second half brought to you by Bank of Oklahoma. Bank of Oklahoma, you're better off at BOK. Cowboys have it. Bogan foul line, center of the floor. Iowa State up by 6. Oklahoma State with the ball. Eton drives the left baseline, goes to the goal, missed the layup. He double clutched, rebound. Bogan follow good.
And that's the kind of effort you're going to need right there, in the fact that you're going to have to get that second and third shot going for Oklahoma State. And again, it was made off the dribble. Byron Eton forcing something to happen.
23-19, Iowa State's lead down to 4. Cyclones with the ball going left to right in their road red uniforms. Here's Dunson with a long jumper from the right wing. Missed. Rebound tapped out of bounds off Oklahoma State. It'll be Iowa State ball right baseline underneath.
Cowboys, again, going to really come out here and try to be aggressive, especially on the offensive end. Beat them down the floor. We talked about they're not a great transition defense team. When you get the ball, you better run it.
Iowa State throws it in. Dunson, the freshman, in the right corner. Defended by James on Curry. Top of the key pass almost knocked away, but McIntosh comes up with it for the Cyclones. Now he backs away with a couple of dribbles. 22 to shoot as Iowa State spreads the floor offensively, and a 5-second count. David Hall with the whistle and the call against McIntosh, who was closely guarded by Eton.
Well, I could tell you this. They got roasted in there by Sean Sutton, and Sean was not a happy camper over that first half. He got his point across quickly and went right back to X's and O's. Let's see if we can force the issue down low. Make something happen here.
Mario Bogan, top of the key, hands it off to Marcus Dove. And a foul away from the ball. On whom? Larry Rose, our referee, with the call.
Johnson
against Iowa State.
Was he in the area? It was on his side.
I think they caught Dodie Dunson
hanging on to somebody going around. Cowboys have to have better picks, better solid screens, better ball movement. Again, if he's open down low, throw it there. If not, throw it back out and get a better shot.
Oklahoma State with the ball, down 23-19, 18:30 left to play in the second half. Marcus Dove drives down the lane, bounce pass underneath to Bogan, reverse layup, good.
Good penetrating dribble by Marcus Dove to create all the action, and there was Bogan all by himself.
23-21, Iowa State's lead down to 2. McIntosh into the front court, guarded by Eton. Picks up his dribble, cross-court pass, and a foul. Marcus Dove ran into Rashawn Clark. Called for the push for Marcus. That'll be his first personal foul, team foul number 1 on the Cowboys here in the second half.
And Marcus, almost a non-entity for 13 minutes out there. He had just 1 3-point attempt. That was it. But he's got the message here early in the second half.
Pass knocked away, top of the key, and taken by James on Curry of Oklahoma State. Goes to the goal, layup missed. Rebound, Kenny Cooper, follow good. We're tied.
Cowboys again off to a quick start. They're going to cut pass now and try to take their first lead. They have yet to get the lead here in the game.
Tied at 23 with 17:47 left in the second half. A 6-0 run by Oklahoma State to start the second half. McIntosh throws it left wing to Clark, defended by Dove. Dribbles into the lane, fall-away jumper blocked by Dove, recovered by Wesley Johnson. He missed it. Ubalik missed another tip, and Kenny Cooper with a rebound for Oklahoma State. And a foul on Iowa State.
Boy, they missed it. How did Ubalik miss that shot? They were hitting those in the first half, but now this pressure that the Cowboys have put on them, the 6-0 run run to start the second half. The crowd is back into it, and you see some of the youngsters, some of the support players for Iowa State maybe not reacting the way they need to. Taylor's going to check back in and maybe bring a little stability, at least for McDermott. That's what he hopes.
Taylor in foul trouble in the first half, had only 2 points. He averages 17 per game, but remember, he's had some huge second halves for the Cyclones this year. Bogan, top of the key, long jumper, clangs off the back of the rim, and Clark goes flying in for the rebound for Iowa State.
6-0 run. We're even up again. This is the third tie of the game.
17:09 left. Taylor into the front court, defended by Dove. Gets a screen to his right, takes it to the baseline, stops, throws it underneath to Ubalik. Ubalik has the ball knocked away, and it goes off his knee, out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma State basketball. That's the 10th Iowa State turnover and the third in the first 3 minutes of the second half for the Cyclones.
They were able to just throw it around wherever they wanted to in the first half. Cowboys not that kind of pressure, but already the pressure has resulted in those 3 turnovers, and we haven't even played 4 minutes yet.
Tied at 23. Cowboys trying to take their first lead. Curry for 3, top of the key. A brick. Rebound tapped by Dove. It missed. And Iowa State with a rebound as Taylor secured it on the right baseline for the Cyclones.
James on Curry now 1 of 6 from the floor, 0 of 2 from beyond the arc.
Only 2 points on the night. He and Bogan averaging 40 per game coming in have scored only 8. Iowa State with the ball now. Wesley Johnson spins, feeds a cutting Taylor. Ball stripped away by Eton. Loose ball on the right side, recovered by the Cyclones. Dunson for 3, right wing. Missed strong. Rebound Wesley Johnson of Iowa State. Left baseline. Attacks a goal on the drive. Missed the layup. And Kenny Cooper with a rebound for Oklahoma State to Curry. Down the right sideline. Eton underneath Bogan. Layup good.
And there's the rush up the floor. The rebound. It never hit the floor. 2 passes and a bucket, and the Cowboys at the 16-minute mark have their first lead of the ball game.
25-23 Oklahoma State, an 8-0 run. The Cowboys bringing more physical play to the defensive end in the second half.
Let me tell you, this is more physical play than they saw the entire first half.
Cyclones have it. Ubalik in the paint. Turnaround left-hand jump hook. A brick. Tipped by Ubalik. No. And Eton rebounds for Oklahoma State. Byron flies down the center of the floor. Alley-oop underneath to Curry for the layup.
And they're rebounding and running and tilting the floor. The Cowboys have come out a 10-0 run, and they have reversed that 6-point deficit, and they lead by 4.
15:32 left to play. Greg McDermott takes a timeout. 10-0 surge by Oklahoma State, and the Cowboys lead Iowa State 27-23 with 15:32 left in the second half. Cowboy basketball from Host Communications continues in a moment.
Chicken Club Wrap. Sonic's got it, others don't. Celebrate the end of the holiday season with a lighter take on lunch. Grilled chicken breast topped with crisp bacon, shredded cheese, tomatoes, and a reduced-calorie ranch dressing. Drive into Sonic today and get your hands around a Chicken Club Wrap. And try it with a refreshing raspberry iced tea. It's not just good, it's Sonic good. And now you can pay the Sonic way. Swipe your credit or My Sonic card from your car at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Get the good stuff. Napa has everything you need to keep your vehicle running right all winter long. Like Napa Power 65-month batteries for just $39.99 every day with exchange. And Techron Concentrated Fuel System Cleaner for just $6.99 at Napa. Plenty more on sale right now throughout the end of January, too. Only at Napa, a proud sponsor of the OSU Cowboy Radio Network. Get the good stuff. Napa, get the good stuff.
When we got married, suddenly we had 2 of everything. 2 dinette sets, 2 dogs.
2 car insurance companies.
This is a true story about true savings from State Farm.
We had to get rid of a few things.
What's my chair?
He had State Farm.
And she had the gecko.
His agent helped us compare.
There was no comparison.
This time, one of his things stayed.
Find an agent today in the AT&T Yellow Pages or visit statefarm.com.
Like a good neighbor,
State Farm is there.
Savings based on home and automobile discount.
Do better talk at halftime. You better believe it. The Cowboys have responded. 10-0 run to start this second half. They trail by 6. At halftime, they're up by 4. The biggest lead of the night right now. Cowboys leading at 27-23 on this 10-0 run. They have forced 3 turnovers. Iowa State not responding, as we said in the pregame, like they have all year long to physical play. They've turned it over 3 times and has looked very, very unsteady, even on the follow shots. When they're able to get point-blank rebounds, they look like they're hurrying. So the Cowboys exerting their physical will on Iowa State here in the first 4:28 of the second half, and the Cowboys are up by 4.
Remember, after the game, we'll choose our Oklahoma Beef Council player of the game, brought to you by the Oklahoma Beef Council. Dave Hunziker, Tom Dorado, and our honorary producer-engineer Nelson Durfee with you from Gallagher Iba Arena in Stillwater.
Cowboys can't let up right now. I mean, you don't want to let all the adrenaline out of the tank just because you got those 10-0. You want to keep it up right now. You've got the Cyclones on their heels.
Taylor dribbles into the front court, defended by Dove. Taylor's been very quiet tonight. Right low post to Ubalik. Right corner Dunson, back to Ubalik, right low post. Dribbles into the paint, ball stripped away and taken by Terrell Harris. Outlet pass down the floor to Curry, drives to the goal, layup, blocked, but we'll have basket interference called on Rashawn Clark. Count the basket for James on Curry.
And you see again, the Cowboys didn't even come close to tilting the court in the first half, but that was a knockaway. Oklahoma State with much more pep in the step, and now up by 6 after trailing by 6.
A 12-0 run to start the second half by Oklahoma State, and the Cowboys lead Iowa State 29-23. Timeout on the floor with 15:08 left. We'll pause on the Cowboy Radio Network.
This is Debbie, owner of Charlie's Discount Drug. After years of recommending Calored to my customers, there's hardly a week that goes by when someone doesn't tell me their amazing Calored success story. Losing weight and keeping it off is one of the biggest challenges many of us will face in life. Calored is an invaluable tool in that battle. It's safe for use with most medications, and it's so easy to use. Visit Charlie's Discount Drug at 8th and Walnut and find out more about Calored today. Charlie's Discount Drug, where we know our customers by name.
Orange Power is where it's at. Wear it, show it, be it. To truly be authentic, you need OSU Authentic merchandise from the OSU Authentic store, just inside Boone Pickens Stadium by the south entrance to the stadium. OSU Authentic has the best selection of things orange anywhere around. So when you want to show your OSU pride, whether it's caps, shirts, pom-poms, seat cushions, mugs, or just about anything you can imagine being orange, you need to shop OSU Authentic. OSU Authentic, just inside Boone Pickens Stadium at the south entrance. Orange Power all the way.
Have you had an accident? Do you need quality repair with an insurance-approved auto body repair shop? Then you need Diamond Auto Body. Diamond Auto Body, located at 2825 East 6th in Stillwater, is the only certified first auto body shop within a 75-mile radius. Diamond Auto Body offers the best in facilities and equipment with highly qualified, well-trained professionals utilizing quality products. So call Diamond Auto Body for all your auto body repair needs at 372-2119.
Cowboys have turned that 6-point deficit at halftime into a 6-point lead here. 15:08 to go in the game. Cowboys over the first 4:52 of this second half have come out smoking and outscored the Cyclones 12-0 to take this 6-point lead, their largest of the night. Oklahoma State basketball is brought to you by Integris Heart Hospital, where experts are bringing you life-saving answers.
The Cowboys are brought to you by MidFirst Bank. Show your Cowboy spirit with an OSU check card from MidFirst Bank, more than you'd expect from a bank. Today's game also brought to you by Hydrant Repair Parts Incorporated, tonight's game sponsor.
Cowboys 6 of 10 here to start the second half, and of course the Cyclones 0 of 7.
29-23 Oklahoma State as Iowa State brings the ball into the front court. Wesley Johnson almost lost it. He recovers it way outside left wing beyond the three-point line. Throws it to Taylor, who dribbles across the floor to the right side, heads down the lane, 10-footer off the back of the rim, missed, rebound tapped, loose. Wesley Johnson comes up with it for Iowa State. Another chance for the Cyclones.
That's about the first or second time at best here in the second half they've been able to get another go at it.
Taylor drives the left side, cut off by Dove. Left corner to Rashawn Clark, back out to Taylor, to Wesley Johnson between the two circles, 19 to shoot. Bogan defends him. Wesley Johnson dribbles to the right baseline, stops, bounce pass, right low post to Ubalik, muscles up, kicks it to the floor to Clark, the cutter, shot off the glass and in, and a foul called. Count the basket for Rashawn Clark.
That was a heck of a shot by Clark. He came from a long, long way off the left elbow, got the pass. He was ISO'd down there, so it was a one-on-one situation. He took it to the rim. He took a big-time hit on the way to the rim, but he got it to fall, and now for a chance to have a conventional three-point play, and that's the first bucket Took them 5:42 to score their first bucket.
Rashawn Clark trying to convert to three-point play, and he makes it.
That's a big momentum stop right there. Cowboys had them skunked for the first 4:52 or 4:42 of this second half.
And that foul was on Terrell Harris. That's his third. 14-10 left. 29-26 Oklahoma State. Cowboys have it. Curry, foul line right to Harris. Foul line left side, David Mons throws it underneath to Bogan. Reverse layup, good.
And that was a good feed again by Mons. He had Bogan open. Bogan working harder this second half to get position. And again, it's timing. When you're open, hit the guy underneath.
31-26 Oklahoma State. Bogan with 10 points, 8 of those here in the first 6 minutes of the second half. Iowa State has it. Clark right wing to Johnson. Inside Ubalik. Turnaround jumper good.
Can't let that guy catch it that deep. He was one-on-one playing behind him, and he just turned around and laid it in easily.
31-28 Oklahoma State. James on Curry on the dribble left wing. Double teamed. Picked it up. Needs help. Looking. Ball knocked away. James on recovers. Now a foul on Iowa State. David Hall with the foul call against the Cyclones. Wesley Johnson.
Looks like they decided they were going to get a little physical right there. And once they got Curry pinned over here by us, Dave, that sideline acts as yet another defender. So it was about a 3-on-1 right there. And they bailed him out on that possession by fouling him.
That's team foul number 3 on Iowa State. Greg McDermott wanted a further explanation from David Hall. And Hall goes down to the far bench area to let McDermott know about why he made that call. You wouldn't want to give McDermott too much bad news. He's 6'8". Looks like he could play tight end as easily as he played college basketball in Northern Iowa.
He could go out there and post somebody up right now.
Oh, I think he could. Cowboys have it. Bogan drives the left baseline, spins, lost it, got it back, leans in, finds Harris left wing. Top of the key to Curry, 19 to shoot. 18-footer by James on is good.
See, once again, that's the way to play it inside out. Curry and Bogan tried it twice. No place to go. Sagging defense. Kick it back out where you got some space, and that's first time J.O.'s looked like he's been in rhythm at all.
33-28, Oklahoma State by 5. Cowboys were down 6 at half. Ball knocked away from Wesley Johnson, recovered by Ubalik of Iowa State. 12:42 left to play in the game. 33-28, Oklahoma State. Taylor on the dribble, drives the left side, stops, feeds a cutting Johnson, goes to the goal, lost it. Ubalik recovers right low post, 7 to shoot. Backing in, spin, stripped of the ball, going up with a shot. Loose ball taken by Terrell Harris of Oklahoma State. 1-on-3. Harris dribbles to the right baseline, shoots a 15-footer and scores!
Oh, that was a nice job on both ends of the floor. Cowboys with their biggest lead now at 7. And Terrell Harris again. Now defensively, the Cowboys have had them stuffed here in the second half.
35-28, Oklahoma State by 7. Cowboys' biggest lead of the game. Iowa State with the ball. Rashawn Clark throws it out to Taylor, right wing, guarded by Dove. Between the legs on the dribble. Backs in at the foul line, spins, attacks a goal, layup, good. A sweet move by Mike Taylor. Cuts the lead to 5, 35-30.
And nobody there to rotate back. That was the problem. Once he beat Dove, nobody there between he and the rim, and Taylor was able to get there with no problem.
Just the second basket of the night for Taylor, who averages 17 points per game to lead the Cyclones. Oklahoma State has it. Pass inside to Bogan. Layup good.
The Cowboys are just working that post much better here in the second half. Bogan with coming alive underneath the basket here in the second session with good feeds.
37-30. Oklahoma State by 7. Taylor on the dribble, top of the key. Throws it to Wesley Johnson, defended by Bogan. Johnson backs away, shoots for 3, left wing, missed. Rebound, David Mons of Oklahoma State. Had to yank the ball away from a Cyclone player, and the Cowboys have it. Harris for 3, right wing. He got it!
And again, that's what happens when you rebound the ball. We talked about their transition defense not being good, about finding a spot-up shooter. Mons got the rebound. 2 passes later, Harris had it, spotted up, and knocked it down.
Terrell Harris with 16 points off the bench. His second 3-point basket of the night, and the Cowboys have their biggest lead, 40-30, with 11:03 left to play in the game.
Starting at a 12-0, this is a 9-2 run. The Cowboys have held them to just 3 buckets here in the second half. We've almost played half of the second session, and Oklahoma State up by 10 points. Attention, Cowboy fans. The great frame-up of OKC at 122nd and Rockwell is a new sponsor. Go by and mention you are a Cowboy fan and get 50% off your frame molding. Frame your memories at the great frame up of OKC on 122nd and Rockwell.
Vance Wheeler's is a proud sponsor of the Cowboys. Wheeler's hot dogs and sausages, a great compliment for a bun.
Cowboys a cool 11 of 15 here in the second half. That'll get the percentage up in a hurry. Meanwhile, Iowa State, well, they've been cooled off considerably. They are 3 of 13, and they have committed 5 turnovers here in the second half. So Oklahoma State turning up the heat on the defensive end, running the floor, tempo in their favor, and getting those buckets in transition.
40-30, Oklahoma State by 10. Cowboys have outscored them 23-7 in the second half. Here's Taylor for 3, left wing, it's good.
Boy, he just read a screen there on the perimeter, went to the right side of it, and boy, you know he's going to start shooting the ball now.
Oh, he's had a couple of huge second halves. He had 25 in the second half against Minnesota and 21 in the second half against K-State. Bogan drives the left baseline for the Cowboys, tried to hand it across the lane, ball knocked away, Cowboys recover. Harris drives the lane, flips it underneath to Bogan, spins, reverse layup blocked. Rebound knocked around, it's loose on the floor, and we'll have a tie ball. Possession arrow will favor Iowa State.
Boy, that was a great job by Terrell Harris to get Bogan a point-blank lay-in. Instead of taking it on the front side, he tried to go underneath and reverse it. That's where the trouble began.
Timeout on the floor with 10:21 left to play. Number 13 and number 16, Oklahoma State, has a 40-33 lead over Iowa State. We'll pause as Cowboy basketball from Host Communications continues in a moment.
Life on the ranch is a whole lot easier since I started cooking with propane. Yeah, come and get it.
Grilling, heating, broiling, water is a-boiling. You could be enjoying propane. Through wind and rain and weather, propane will deliver. Try it and you'll never be the same. Start to calculating, 'cause rebates are awaiting you when you use propane. Pick it up, light it up, fire it up, grill it up, saving bucks when you use propane. Cook it up, steam it up, warm it up, heat it up with environmentally clean propane.
Brought to you by your propane dealer and the Oklahoma LP Gas Research Market and Safety Commission.
Money talks, whoop-de-doo, everyone knows that. But what if your money could also hoot and cheer for your OSU Cowboys? That's good stuff. And that's exactly what your money can do when you get an OSU Visa check card from MidFirst Bank. This specially designed card makes a real statement about your school loyalty. Get yours today, then get ready, because every time you pull that card out, it's going to scream to the whole world that you're a die-hard Cowboy fan. MidFirst Bank, more than you'd expect from a bank. Member FDIC.
Cowboys with a 40-33 lead here. 10:21 to go. Trailed by 6 at halftime. And we'll use that 12-0 run to start this second half to go up by 6. Cowboys have had a 10-point lead, and that was when Harris hit a three-pointer. And Terrell Harris, what a job off the bench, leading everybody with 16 points. And again, he's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. Bank of Oklahoma is proud to sponsor OSU's tradition of excellence on and off the field. Show your orange power with a free OSU check card. You'll get your free checking, free online bill pay, and access to hundreds of ATMs statewide, all from Oklahoma's leading bank. You're better off at BOK, member FDIC.
In the first 19 games of the season, either Mario Bogan or James Curry led the Cowboys in scoring. Monday night, that trend ended when Byron Eaton topped the Cowboys with 17 points. Tonight, it's Terrell Harris, as Tom mentioned, who has stepped up. His 16 points lead the Cowboys. It's a 40-33 Oklahoma State lead with 10:21 left to play in the second half. However, we should point out that Bogan and Curry have scored a combined 16 points here in the second half.
And much more part of the game and getting it done on the defensive end, rebounding as well.
Taylor for 3, left wing, it's good. Mike Taylor heating up as he often does in the second half. Back-to-back threes for the junior college transfer guard for Iowa State, and the Oklahoma State lead is 40-36.
And we told you that they run him off ball screens to get him involved. Fouls really curtail his playing time in the first half, but he averages 19 shots a game. He's going to get his before the night's over.
Oklahoma State with the ball. Eaton to Curry, top of the key, shoots a deep 3. Missed it short. Rebound, Terrell Harris, who came flying in at the foul line to get it for Oklahoma State. Left low post, Bogan spins and will have a foul whistled by Larry Rose. A reach-around foul on Iowa State.
Good pass down to Bogan. Again, Bogan doing a lot better job of working on the post, getting himself open, presenting himself. And now the timing of the pass comes into play. Cowboys getting him the ball when he's open. Bogan's going to take a seat here, kind of get a little fresh breath of air, and Kenny Cooper in.
That's team foul number 4 on Iowa State. Curry off the inbounds. Right wing Harris. Three-pointer. Yes, sir!
I tell you, that was a great job again. Penetration, all the work in the paint. And there's Terrell Harris spotted up on the elbow. Terrell with 19 points. That's his 3rd tray of the night.
43-36, Oklahoma State. Big answer tray by Terrell Harris.
We got to keep an eye on Taylor. Taylor's going to have the ball and then knock away there.
And Terrell Harris is going to be whistled for a hold against Taylor. Wesley Johnson was trying to hit Taylor with a backdoor pass down the left baseline. And Harris whistled for his 4th personal foul. Will leave the game, and Marcus Dove will return.
And I think he called it just with a hand on him right there. The backdoor pass, it was just an overplay that Taylor was trying to take advantage of, and now Marcus Dove is going to have to come out here and stop him.
Taylor's three-pointer blocked by Dove. Loose ball rebound picked up by Eaton of Oklahoma State. 3-on-2. Eaton, though, with a curl dribble out to the perimeter to start the half-court offense. To Curry, right wing. Spins on the dribble right side. Leans in. 5-footer, no. Larry Rose with a whistle and a foul on Iowa State.
And they bumped Curry initially on the initial drive. James on much more assertive off the bounce here in the second half. Much more assertive overall. For James on, as we said, almost a non-existent first half for him. Again, he played 18 minutes. He had just those 2 points, just 4 shots. Never was part of either end of the floor.
8:55 left in the second half. 43-36, Oklahoma State. James on Curry gets the inbounds, drives the right side, 15-footer, missed strong. Rebound, Kenny Cooper, baseline right. Follow, jump hook, good.
Oh, that's a nice job by the Coop right there. Would not be denied. Went back up and got it, and didn't waste any time. Didn't look for anybody else. Went right back up with the follow.
45-36, Oklahoma State by 9. McIntosh on the dribble between the 2 circles. Bounce pass left wing to Taylor. Defended by Marcus Dove. Taylor gets a screen, crosses over, drives the left side, attacks the goal, missed the layup. David Mons rebounds for Oklahoma State. Cowboys counterattack. Eaton gets it right sideline in the front court, dribbles up to the top of the key, and Oklahoma State could take its biggest lead of the game with a basket on this possession.
How did he miss that layup?
I have no idea.
Man.
I have no idea. Curry foul line right, open jumper, missed strong. Rebound, Kenny Cooper underneath, but it's knocked away and taken by McIntosh of Iowa State.
Bring it in. Had it in his hands. Couldn't bring it to his chest. That would have been another follow shot right back up and in with the height advantage.
McIntosh starting the offense. Iowa State spreads it out offensively. Whips the pass foul line right to Jessen Gray. He turns, faces the basket against Kenny Cooper. Right wing to Taylor. Taylor returns it to Gray, right sideline, but he stepped on the sideline out of bounds. Taylor's pass was wide of Gray, and he tried to reach over and get it and stepped out of bounds for the 14th Iowa State turnover.
Ball pressure forced that errant pass. Again, Taylor not very tall at 6'2", trying to throw it over taller defenders. Didn't give him a good angle. And again, that's a big, big turnover as we're under the 8-minute mark.
7:41 left to play. Oklahoma State 45, Iowa State 36. Timeout on the floor on the Cowboy Radio Network.
Orange Power is where it's at. Wear it. Show it. Be it. To truly be authentic, you need OSU Authentic merchandise from the OSU Authentic store, just inside Boone Pickens Stadium by the south entrance to the stadium. OSU Authentic has the best selection of things orange anywhere around. So when you want to show your OSU pride, whether it's caps, shirts, pom-poms, seat cushions, mugs, or just about anything you can imagine being orange, you need to shop OSU Authentic. OSU Authentic, just inside Boone Pickens Stadium at the south entrance. Orange Power all the way.
Rizuk's Drug in Stillwater is the place to buy your diabetic supplies and prescriptions. Lisa will take care of the insurance filing and Medicare paperwork if you qualify. Besides prescriptions, Rizuk's has diabetic shoes, and Lisa is a certified diabetic shoe fitter. She will take care of the fitting, the ordering, and the rest of the paperwork. Shopping at Rizuk's just makes life a whole lot simpler, and isn't simpler, quicker, and less expensive what we're all looking for? Rizuk's Drug, 1518 West 9th in Stillwater, phone 377-4445.
Life in Stillwater is great. The places to go and the people to meet. Who captures the best of life in Stillwater? Stillwater Living Magazine. This holiday season, give the gift that lasts all year long. A subscription to Stillwater Living Magazine. Only $24 a year and so easy to give. Just call 405-533-1500 or visit www.stillwater-living.com to subscribe. Your subscription will start in January and a complimentary gift card will be sent detailing your purchase. Stillwater Living Magazine. 405-533-1500 or www.stillwater-living.com.
7:41 left in this one. Cowboys with a solid second half, and they reversed that 6-point deficit. Had a 10-point lead, saw it melt away to 4. Now back up by 9, 45-36, 7:41 to go in this one. Wheeler's is a proud sponsor of Oklahoma State basketball. Wheeler's hot dogs and sausage is a great compliment for a bun. I'll tell you, you want to know how difficult it is for Iowa State to run anything. They had 7 turnovers in the first half and really didn't look like they were bothered too much about the Cowboy pressure. There wasn't as much physical play. They've already turned it over 6 times here in the first 12 minutes of the second half, and I can promise you there's more on the way. They do not handle the physical style of play very well.
Today's game brought to you by Hydrant Repair Parts Incorporated. Oklahoma State with the ball.
A little zone action right now. 2-3, and you got to. This is a zone right now. To get right there, it's where you need to go. Get to the head of the key.
Curry, right wing, outside the arc, top of the key, right to Eton. Penetrates, flips it back to Dove, and his pass kicked out of bounds by Iowa State on the baseline, and OSU will throw it in.
They're active out front with the 2-3. You need to get behind that 2 in front of the 3. Throw it in that window one time and then kick it back out. But their wings really come up, Dave, so you can get a high-low, you get something off the baseline against this zone.
Cowboys have it. Cooper, foul line right, dumps it underneath to Bogan. Layup, no. He was challenged, but he missed it, and a foul on the rebound on the Cowboys.
That was the execution right there. They got the baseline shot they wanted, but Mario, a little tentative going up there. Again, but it starts by getting in that window behind the 2 in front of the 3 to start it up.
Foul on Cooper, his first, the team's 4th. We've only had 8 free throws attempted in this game between the 2 teams. 5 for the Cowboys and 3 for Iowa State. Cyclones have it now. Taylor, their leading scorer on the left wing, defended by Dove, feeds a cutting Gray, goes to the goal, stripped by Eton, but Byron hacked him. And he will be whistled for his 3rd foul, team foul number 5 of the second half against Oklahoma State.
And that stat you just gave hurts Oklahoma State more than it does Iowa State, because free throws, transition, fast break baskets, really 2 big areas of the Cowboy offensive production, and they've only been there 5 times. That gets them down considerably.
And Gray's first free throw is a dreadful-looking attempt that clangs off the left side of the rim. It missed.
The wind took it.
You think? There is wind outside.
Something took it, because it started out down the middle and ended up on the left side.
And he missed the second as well, and Bogan rebounds for Oklahoma State. 2 big missed foul shots by Jesson Gray, the 6'10 senior center. Oklahoma State with the ball now. Eton picks up his dribble between the 2 circles. Right wing Marcus Dove. Lob underneath to Bogan. Bakes, goes up, layup good.
Boy, that's nice timing right there. Bogan kind of gave Dove a look, and Dove waited just enough time for Bogan to clear, threw it over the top of everybody, and a good feed.
47-36, Oklahoma State. Biggest lead for the Cowboys with 6:20 left to play. Gray dribbles to the foul line. Left side jumper off the glass and rim. Missed too hard. Rebound to James on Curry on the run. Curry on the dribble. Right wing in the front court. Right baseline to Eton. Dribbles into the paint. Leans in. Double clutch layup. No. Foul on Iowa State.
You know, it's just amazing. And we've said it so many times, Dave. The Cowboys are at their best when they're running the basketball. And this half is a perfect example. It has been like day and night, considering what happened in the first half. But Oklahoma State has had this court tilted the second half. They've been running downhill from the opening possession of the second half, and that's where they're most effective.
Eton at the line. Misses the first. Cowboys 4 of 6 at the line. Score remains 47-36. You talked about free throws and making free throws. Iowa State scores less points at the free throw line than any team in the Big 12. Meanwhile, Oklahoma State is second in America in points scored per game at the charity stripe. So your point was an excellent one that you made earlier about the lack of free throws hurting the Cowboys. And Eton with 2 chances there missed both. And Iowa State rebounds. Cowboys still up 11, 47-36 with 6 minutes left to play in the game.
Those are things that leave a door open for a team right there. Instead of being up by 13, it gives them back chance to get back around the 10-point mark.
Ubalik, right baseline, feeds a cutting Taylor, missed the layup, but the rebound, tip attempt missed by Wesley Johnson.
Wow.
Rebound to Bogan of Oklahoma State. Outlet pass to Curry. Into the front court he goes. Picks it up between the two circles, center of the floor, and a timeout Oklahoma State. 5:40 left to play. Boy, Iowa State missed 2 easy opportunities there. And the Cowboys get a timeout with 5:40 remaining, leading 47-36.
That's one thing they do when they spread the floor, Dave. Not only did they get a free run to the rim if they could beat the guy on contain, but they also send those wings storming to the glass. And if you don't box them out at the free throw, at the three-point line, they get a running start on you, just like then. And the Cowboys did not check him coming in, and they missed 2 point-blank shots. I bet this second half they have probably missed a half a dozen point-blank shots, and that plays into the Cowboys' favor as well. Are you experiencing knee or hip pain? You can find very helpful answers to what may be a remedy at aboutstriker.com/OK. Again, the website is aboutstriker.com/OK.
Today's game brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. By MidFirst Bank, more than you'd expect from a bank. And by Sonic, it's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Well, this is a 7-0 run the Cowboys have been on after Taylor hit back-to-back threes to cut it to 4. A timely one, so they're in double-digit lead again, trying to expand this 11-point advantage.
Cowboys with the ball in their home white uniforms. Terrell Harris, right corner. Dribbles up to the foul line. Stops on the right side. To Cooper, top of the key. 11 to shoot. Iowa State goes man-to-man. Cooper takes 2 dribbles to the foul line extended left side. To Dove. Right wing Harris. 4 to shoot. Terrell dribbles into the paint. Leans in. Lost it. Finds Dove left wing. Desperation 3. Did not hit the rim, and it's a shot clock violation. It hit the backboard. Missed the rim. And Iowa State will have the ball.
That possession really was in peril when Terrell got inside. They knocked the ball away. They went about 3 or 4 seconds. Terrell trying to make something happen off the bounce. Couldn't control it. And they had to put up a desperation and didn't hit anything.
5:05 remaining, 47-36 Oklahoma State. Taylor drives the right baseline, skip pass left corner, three-pointer in flight, missed strong. Rebound Mario Bogan of Oklahoma State. Dunson missed the tray. Curry down the floor to Cooper underneath. Dunk blocked from behind, but Cooper will be at the line to shoot 2.
Nice pass. I believe Bogan was able to get that ball to Cooper in the full court right there. And that was a good job again of keeping that floor tilted. And once again, Cooper running the floor. It was J.O. who actually got it back from Bogan. J.O. with a nice pass, a good lead pass. Coop just couldn't convert. Now he's got a chance to get something from the free throw line.
67% free throw shooter Kenny Cooper misses the first. Wow. Cowboys 4 out of 8 at the line. Came into the game at 74% on the year. Score remains 47-36 Oklahoma State.
And again, you'd be having a lot easier time if you could convert these free throws with an 11-point lead.
Cooper makes the second. So Kenny Cooper with 7 points and 4 rebounds will check out after making the second of his 2 free throws, replaced by David Mons. Cowboys had their biggest lead, 48-36, a 12-point advantage over Iowa State with 4:47 left to play. Cyclones have it, and a foul way out on the perimeter. Mario Bogan called for a reach-in against Wesley Johnson of Iowa State.
Want to keep making them play, not stop the clock with a reach-in that far away from the basket. Plays into Iowa State's hands. They get the clock stopped. They get a chance to set up another play here on the sideline throw.
Inbounds to Taylor, drives the left baseline. Right wing Dunson, wide open 3, missed it short. Long rebound taken by Dunson. Attacks the goal on the drive, layup good.
Wait, the key word was right what you said. Long rebound. Cowboys seem to be in a position to get it. It bounced far enough away for Dunston to retrieve it.
48-38. Oklahoma State with a 10-point lead. Curry, left wing to Marcus Dove. Dove, top of the key to Mons. Right wing Curry, defended by Dunson. To Harris, foul line right. Fakes, 1 dribble, 18-footer. Got it.
Boy, was that nice. A little dribble to go right, come back left. The right dribble got rid of the defender as he went that way. A little cutback by Harris. And I tell you, Terrell has come back from arguably his worst performance of the year in a big way tonight.
50-38 Cowboys. Harris has matched a career high with 21 points off the bench. Iowa State with the ball. Cowboys up 12. Wesley Johnson drives on Bogan left baseline, and a whistle by Larry Rose and a foul on Oklahoma State. Bogan called for the hack. That'll bring us to an official timeout. 3:44 remaining. It's Oklahoma State 50, Iowa State 38. We'll pause as Cowboy basketball from Host Communications continues in a moment.
Rocking out to your favorite number is fun, but it's come to the attention of Dodge that some people have questions in regards to rocking out.
Yeah, say one of my favorite tunes comes on my car stereo while I'm driving, and I want to rock out. Is it okay to rock out the way I know I'm capable while I drive?
Rocking out behind the wheel is perfectly legal in most jurisdictions, as long as you're strapped in and not listening to show tunes. But to really rock out, consider Dodge Caliber. Caliber comes with available Music Gate power, a 9-speaker Boston acoustic sound system with subwoofers and swing-down liftgate speakers in the hatch, so you can pull over into a hospital parking lot or somewhere and take your mobile dance party to a whole new level. Caliber's 458-watt Music Gate power could change the way we all rock out.
Nice. I'm going to get a Dodge Caliber so I can do the robot in my driveway.
A nice example of rocking out indeed. Available Music Gate power, MP3 friendliness, illuminated cup holders, chill zone beverage cooler, and much more. The all-new Dodge Caliber. It's anything but cute. For more information, pull up Dodge.com. Grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Yeah, there's nothing like that new car insurance smell.
Wouldn't it be great if you could test drive car insurance? Well, maybe you can.
And look how great it handles around those hairpin turns in your budget.
Check out the company 40 million other drivers trust, State Farm. No one gives more discounts to more drivers or takes better care of you. So call an agent today and kick our tires. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Find a State Farm agent in the AT&T Yellow Pages.
It's been all Oklahoma State here in the second half. The Cowboys have outscored Iowa State 33-15. Oklahoma State 15-24 from the floor. They've turned up the defensive heat on the Cyclones. They're 6 of 23 from the field. They being the Cyclones, and the Cyclones, turnover-wise, have turned it over 6 times. Those are the key numbers, and that's why the Cowboys are up by 12, 50-38, with 3:44 to go in this one. Oklahoma Pork Producers and the Oklahoma Pork Council are proud supporters of Cowboy basketball, and they want to remind you, pork producers work hard every day to care for our state's natural resources while producing the highest quality pork.
The Ranchers Club offers guests the tasty side of orange. The best steaks in town, appealing appetizers, and delicious desserts are just the beginning of an unforgettable dining experience. Be part of the tradition. Make plans today. For reservations or more information, call 405-744-2333. Remember the Ranchers Club for the tasty side of orange.
Got to keep playing right now. And again, I'll tell you, 13 trays for Iowa State. That is 12 under their actual game average. But they were making as many as 8 or 9, depending on which non-conference or conference numbers you want to look at. They've only made 4 tonight, and that's been a huge, huge key for Oklahoma State. At least the perimeter defense has been a lot better here in the second session, as they had in the first half. They actually had half of those, 2 of 7 from beyond the arc.
Wesley Johnson at the line, and he rattles in the first. He has 9 points. 50-39 Oklahoma State. 9 points, 9 rebounds for the freshman. Missed the second foul shot. Ubalik rebounds. Iowa State with another chance. Taylor for 3, right wing. Missed it strong. Ubalik with another offensive rebound, right side. Backs in against Mons. Ducks under him. Jump hook, good.
That's exactly what happened in the first half. Hopefully that's not what's going to be going on the rest of the way. Ubalik working hard. Got himself that third opportunity, and he made the most of it.
50-41. Oklahoma State by 9. 3:20 left to play. David Mons has it right wing outside the three-point line. Takes one dribble, picks it up. They don't even play defense on him out on the perimeter. Now Eton has it between the two circles. Dribbles across the floor to the right wing. 11 to shoot. 3:05 left. Cowboy possession in peril here. Eton continues to dribble. Dribbles into the lane. Fall away 8-footer. Got it.
Once again, that might be Byron's best shot right there. The dribble drive, the stop and the pop from about 8 or 9 feet. A little fade back, and the Cowboys come up with a big answer bucket there.
52-41, Oklahoma State by 11. Wesley Johnson, top of the key, defended by Bogan. Right wing Ubalik shoots a long jumper. Brick, rebounded by Byron Eton of Oklahoma State. 4-on-3 break. Eton into the front court on the dribble. Left baseline to Curry. Behind the back, dribbles into the paint. Bounce pass right baseline. Harris crosses over. Throws it back to Curry, and the Cowboys spread the floor with 2:22 remaining. Up 11, 52-41.
Some motion in a wide look here. Wide gap look, trying to create some favorable one-on-one drive situations.
Curry gets a handoff with 10 to shoot, just beyond midcourt, center of the floor. Tries the right side, goes to the goal, shot blocked, foul on Iowa State.
Good call by Sean Sutton again to get them spread out. You've got the lead, time running down. They're going to be a little bit more antsy, may not play as good, contained man-to-man. And the Cowboys got it spread, and James on Curry, once again, who's had a day and night game in first half and second half, forces the issue on the drive.
2 free throws for Curry, and he makes the first. 53-41, Oklahoma State. Cooper replaces Mons. Dove checks in for Harris for the Cowboys, so it's Cooper, Bogan, Eton, Dove, and Curry for Oklahoma State. As J.O. makes a second, he has 10 points. He's now scored in double figures in all 21 Oklahoma State games, and more importantly, he increases his team's lead to 54-41 with 1:58 left. Taylor pass to Wesley Johnson, fouled from behind by Mario Bogan. He came over his back trying to knock it away, some 20 feet away from the basket. And Wesley Johnson back to the free throw line for 1-1 on team foul number 8.
Because of the Cowboy pressure, and it has been intense here in the second session, just 7 buckets for Iowa State here in the second go-round. That's it. And the Cowboys have really turned the heat up. They haven't had many good looks for sure.
And he misses a free throw, and Mario Bogan rebounds for the Cowboys. Iowa State just 3 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. 2 of 6 in the second half. Now we have a timeout by Sean Sutton with 1:47 left.
We wanted a full timeout right there. Sean Sutton with the 13-point lead, going to set something up right here. Look at Bogan. He's flirting with a double-double. Would you have thought that would have been the case in the first half? Mercy.
14 points and 9 rebounds for Bogan. Today's game sponsor of the Cowboys and Iowa State is Hydrant Repair Parts Incorporated. Second half, a much different offensive story for the Cowboys. They shot 28% in the first half. In the second half, they've converted 15 of 25 shots from the field, rather 16 of 25 shots in the field. And they've turned a 6-point halftime deficit into a 13-point lead with 1:47 left.
But it so often happens with Oklahoma State. Offensive efficiency and rebounding all begins on the defensive end. That's where all the energy starts. That's where you get things under control. And they stuffed Iowa State in the first 6 or 7 minutes of this half. It created a lot of energy. Some buckets off defense, some buckets off rebounding, tilted the court, got the transition game going, got the tempo in their favor. But it all starts on the defensive end. Basically, Iowa State was able to throw it around where they wanted to throw it and shoot it from where they wanted to shoot it for much of the first half. But again, defensively, that's where this team gets it going, and that's how they got it turned here tonight.
One of the positives for the Cowboys tonight has been a lack of turnovers. Only 8 turnovers for Oklahoma State so far. Their previous season low was 11 way back in early November against Southern out of Baton Rouge. And on Monday, the Cowboys had only 13 turnovers. So one area that Sean Sutton has been concerned about has demonstrated some improvement during the games this week.
And this is not a pit-full defense, though, they've gone against tonight. They don't get up. They give you a lot of space. They give you a lot of cushion. They don't want to get beat too many times off the contain.
Cowboys have it with 1:34 left. Spreading the floor offensively. Eton picked up his dribble.
There you go.
Throws it left baseline to Bogan. Layup blocked by Gray as he attacked the goal, but Gray fouled him, and it will send Mario Bogan to the free throw line for the Cowboys. And how about this, partner? These will be his first 2 free throw attempts of the game after Bogan had gone to the free throw line 30 times in the last 3 Oklahoma State contests.
And that's when you know this offense is not percolating the way it needed to be, when he's not shooting free throws. What a great find by Byron Eton, though, with all the pressure out front to get Bogan, who was all by himself underneath.
And Mario makes the first foul shot. It's 55-41 Cowboys. Bogan second in the Big 12 at scoring, 3rd in field goal percentage, and 7th in foul shooting. He'll take another foul shot, and it pinballed out. He was very unlucky. Iowa State rebounds, 55-41. Oklahoma State. Taylor, deep 3, right wing, spun out. Rebound Byron Eton of Oklahoma State with 1:18 left. Eton in the backcourt, fouled from behind by Johnson.
You know, not to be lost is the fact that Byron Eton, that was his 6th rebound of the night. and he only had 2 at halftime. He's been able to get on the boards better. Everybody kind of crashed the boards better here in the second half after the second and third opportunity frenzy that the Cyclones enjoyed in the first half.
So Eton 0 for 2 at the line will shoot the double bonus. 2 free throws. And he missed the first, and the Cowboys are 8 out of 14 at the free throw line.
And these are points you don't want to give away. Once again, the Cowboys up by 14 and appeared to have that 18th win of the year and 4th and 6th conference tries already in the bag. But you want to keep extending lead here and giving away points from the free throw line.
Eton makes the second. 56-41, Oklahoma State. Cowboys' biggest lead. Iowa State led by 9 in the first half. Gray drives the left side, out of control, but he draws a foul, and I think Terrell Harris may have just fouled out.
I think you are correct, sir, as they got him isolated down low, and Gray coming in unmolested off the wing, and he's got to sit down. But Terrell Harris, listen to the hand for him. He was the guy who kind of got it all, kept everybody afloat. Terrell sits down, 21 points, 4 rebounds.
So Harris matches a career high in scoring. He had 21 against Texas A&M here in Gallagher-Iba Arena last January. Comes up with 21 points tonight, 11 of those in the first half. And Gray misses a foul shot, and he'll get another.
And we needed those 11 in the first half just to keep everything at least afloat in the first session.
56-41, Oklahoma State. Jessen Gray 0 for 3 at the line. Make it 1 for 4 as he sinks the second. Chris Caesar checks in for Iowa State. Gray goes to the bench. Minute 8 left. 56-42 Cowboys. Dove runs a baseline. Baseball inbounds down the floor. Goes over the head of Mario Bogan out of bounds, and Iowa State will have it.
That wasn't a good turnover. It's a good idea, but couldn't hook up on it. Cowboys are going to win their 4th straight and go 4-0 at home in conference play, and their 13th this year in a row here at home, and their 16th, I believe, overall. So the Cowboys extend their home court winning streak here to 16 tonight.
Bogan got a fingertip on that pass, so Iowa State has to take it the length of the floor, and Taylor fouled on the right side trying to drive by Kenny Cooper.
What a nightmare for him tonight. Even though he has 10 points, took him 11 shots to get it, and he's got just 2 from beyond the arc tonight.
So Taylor will be at the line for Iowa State. 6'2", 295-pound junior, signed originally playing in the junior college ranks at Japola as Taylor misses the first foul shot. Iowa State's had a tough night at the line. 4 out of 11.
Despite the fact he's got 10 rebounds, Johnson's had a tough night offensively with 9 points. He's just a point away from a double-double. I think might be a 6th or 7th in a row, but they haven't gotten that 3-headed monster going tonight offensively.
Taylor made the second. 56-43 Oklahoma State. Minute 4 left. Dove will throw it in. Running the baseline. Inbounds it to Bogan in the backcourt. Fouled immediately by Wesley Johnson.
Hey, take your medicine, coach. The game's over. Let's go home.
Hubalek again. 4 points, 7 rebounds. So those 3 guys who came in basically scoring 70% of their points on the year are the guys who have led the way. But again, Hubalek had a 14-point conference average, so he's way below that one. That was, although the way he was playing in the first half, you thought he was going to get it.
Oh yeah,
in the first session.
Wasn't scoring, but he's getting a ton of rebounds.
Man.
Had 5 in about the first 5 minutes. Bogan shooting 2, makes the first. So it appears that for the second straight game, someone outside of Bogan or Curry, thank you.
I knew what you were going to say.
Will lead this team in scoring, unless we have a bunch of foul shots here at the end.
Could, I guess.
Ruin the party for Terrell Harris. Here's Bogan again, and he makes it. 17 points for Mario Bogan, 9 rebounds, and 15 of his 17 have come in this second half. 58-43 Oklahoma State. Taylor all the way down the lane is fouled with 59.7 seconds left.
They're just kind of wailing away now off the dribble, trying to get the ball down there and get it to the rim as quickly as they can. And they're picking up contact along the way. They're not running any sets anymore. They're just hurrying it up the floor and trying to get there and hopefully get fouled in the process. And Taylor's going back to the free throw line where he's 1 of 2 tonight.
Taylor shoots the free throw and makes it. 58-44 Cowboys. 59.7 seconds left. And Taylor makes a second. 30-second timeout, Iowa State. 58-45 Cowboys.
I know people wonder why is that happening? Why does he call a timeout? But I'm sure Greg McDermott is doing a little coaching going on over there. You're down by 13. Probably it's over, but you want to make sure you get your club's attention and try to set something up and make it work.
Time now for our Pizza Hut key ingredient of the game.
Well, it's the one we like to bring out every game. It's the Cowboys' pressure in the second half. The pressure really got to them. The physical style of play that we thought would be the advantage for Oklahoma State. The Cowboys really pulled it out after a do-better talk by Sean Sutton at halftime, to say the least. And they got after them early on. And that helped build that 12-0 run to start the second half. So physical, man-to-man, get after him kind of pressure here in the second half was apparently going to be the winning ingredient tonight.
And your key ingredient, sponsored by Pizza Hut, gather around the good stuff. 58-45 Cowboys. Dove throws it to Eaton across the baseline, trying to inbound it. His pass knocked out of bounds by Dunson of Iowa State. And OSU will have to throw it in again. Today's game sponsor, Hydrant Repair Parts Incorporated. And Oklahoma State will throw it in on the far sideline, the right sideline. Up 13. Inbounds to Curry, streaks down the right sideline into the front court on the dribble, and he's fouled by Wesley Johnson.
That's a nice little play right there as Curry came out of that straight line and took it. One man, the first two guys went two different directions. Curry came right up the gap and got it and turned the corner and was headed down the sideline by the time they could react.
Well, the Cowboys went to the free throw line. I think it was 5 times through about the first 32 minutes of the game. They've been there a bunch here as Iowa State's tried to foul at the end of the game, but
those numbers will look a lot better at the final box score than they did with about 12 minutes to go in the game.
Curry makes the first free throw. He has 11 points. He's now 3 for 3 at the line. And Darius Bowman, the Cowboy wide receiver turned basketball player, will make his first appearance here in Gallagher-Iba Arena in a Cowboy basketball game. He'll check in for Marcus Dove after Curry made the second free throw. 60-45 Oklahoma State. And many of these fans were sticking around, I think, just hoping that Bowman had come in.
And they'll go nuts if he ends up with a shot, and maybe his teammates will try to get him a shot, but right now he's playing defense against this hurry-up offense from Iowa State.
That's probably what he does best, partner. Play
That's
defense.
probably true.
Dunson attacks a goal on the drive, layup good.
Boy, that was too easy right there. A little spin move, and off to the races Dunson was.
60-47, Cowboys by 13. Baseball inbounds pass. Eaton all the way down the floor to Curry. Layup blocked. Foul called. James on Curry will be at the line for 2. And the old high school quarterback, Byron Eaton, with another accurate baseball inbounds pass down the floor.
Now, I would tell you, he looked much better. Curry looked a little bit like Bowman going out there trying to catch that ball over his head. But he had a few yards on the defender. He caught it over his head, got hacked on the way up. And look at James on. He's making his way up that stat chart as well with some more free throws.
Curry makes a free throw. He has 13. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Cowboy Radio Network.
Commitment to OSU Sports, your flagship station for OSU Sports since 1947. KSPI, Stillwater.
61-47, Oklahoma State leads Iowa State. 47 seconds left. Curry makes his second free throw, so he's 6 for 6 at the line. Tyler Hatch enters the game for Oklahoma State.
Iowa State with a line
goes to the bench. Oh, yeah.
Man, they sent 4 in at once.
Well, they've got the walk-on lineup out there now.
Yes, sir.
62-47, Oklahoma State by 15. Jacobson, who's a good three-point shooter for the Cyclones, dribbles across the floor, hands it off to Caesar. 33 seconds left. Right corner to Bergstrom. Bergstrom out to Jacobson, top of the key, 16 to shoot. 62-47 Cowboys, and Bergstrom on the drive, takes it to the goal, lays it in, and draws a foul. Chance for a three-point play for Jeff Bergstrom of Iowa State.
Well, this spread hurry-up offense, just take it to the rim kind of offense has generated some cosmetic points, if you will, for Iowa State as they're on a 2, 4, 6, 8 to a 6 run right now.
And Bergstrom makes a free throw. 62-50. Oklahoma State up 12 on Iowa State. Shot clock is off. Game clock at 20 seconds. Eton into the front court. So they try to get Bowman a shot. Now Bowman has it right wing. Takes a couple of dribbles, goes to the foul line left side, 11 seconds. Back out to Eton, 62-50 Cowboys. Left wing Bowman fakes, dribbles into the lane, jump hook, missed. Rebound, Bergstrom of Iowa State, and he lost it out of bounds. The Cowboys will have it with 3.1 seconds left.
Again, Bowman trying to create something off the dribble, bowled his way in there and trying to make a tough pass through traffic.
Bogan gets the inbounds right corner, three-pointer missed strong. Game ends. Cowboys win it 62-50.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but it was good enough for the Cowboys to get what they needed. Cowboys win it by 12, and who would have thought after that first half Oklahoma State would have a double-digit lead anywhere, but it was the 12-0 run, ironically, to start the second half that helped the Cowboys snap out of a funk as they were in that first half, having scored just 17 points, trailed by 6. But